Hello, everyone. All of you. Okay, I'm giving y'all a couple more seconds. I'm giving y'all like a couple more. I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds to. Uh, over. Okay. Okay. The space is. I'm ending the space now. It very quick. Like it got down to 7 listeners so quick, and everyone's over here. Listen, y'all are getting. Listen, chat. Y'all are getting better at moving over. Y'all are, or maybe it's just because you're hungry for the DNF. No, you can't. Okay, I'm going to allow them to hear you in like 3 seconds. Okay, they now can hear you. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, chat.
Hello, chat. Can y'all
It's
hear
a
everyone?
DNF my brain rot stream.
Okay. Is
Chat,
the
let me know if you can hear me.
is the audio all fine? Get
Does anybody need to be turned up?
or down.
It's yes. I mean, I'm not saying yes, they do. I'm saying yes in confirmation and co-signing. What a
Okay.
beautiful day to be alive.
What a beautiful day to be
True.
alive. That is true.
How are you doing? Me personally, I'm doing good. My birthday is on Saturday.
Woo!
And I'm also doing amazing.
I'm
I
doing
am
I
good.
putting out this cup of wine that's in my refrigerator, so that
I'm
I finally finished my essay today, so I can go to uni.
Congratulations.
Big things, big things for our friends.
Weird.
DNF queer baits, Lucy analyzes on the stream, Twitch has ads and primes, infinite money glitch. Is that Lunar
no, that's
Client?
real.
Yes, it is Lunar Client. I'm going to play Hypixel Zombies while I talk. Because because I need something to do with my hands because I do have ADHD, so
She'll explode. It's a real condition.
no, it's
That's
like
what ADHD is. She
no,
will
it's
explode.
like genuinely, especially if I'm talking about like something for a long like portion of time. If I don't have something to like also like you know be with,
Mm-hmm.
like can you hold the space?
Ooh, Kenji made a very good
Yeah,
point,
highlighting
chat.
Kenji. I sent Lucy $10 on Cash App. Much better than buying a sub. Someone sent her another $10 so she can get tacos. A
That's
Cash App
This
very
tag is
is
Cash Tag
true.
Material Faye.
I that's so
True.
true. I'm
True.
pinning that to the space
True,
how true it
Kenji.
is. Wow. I mean to the stream how
Kenji's
true
so
that is.
based.
Always so based for the forever based Tingy.
All right,
Be more
let's
like
get into
Kenji
it.
chat.
Okay,
Let's
wait,
fucking
Anyways,
wait,
get
wait, wait,
into it.
wait,
dream not found.
wait.
Waiting.
I'm drinking.
What
I'm
are you
Okay.
waiting
fucking
for?
I'm
I was
doing my
setting up
best to get
music.
drunk off this wine.
Oh.
I'll get drunk in spirit. Should we should recap where we were, so it's all in one nice space.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay. All right. You want me to do a
Yes, you do the recap. I trust you. Hello?
Oh god.
Did I die or did
No, they
y'all
got
die?
my friend.
Oh,
Everyone's muted, so I don't know.
they got my friend.
They freaking
I'm
sniped
back.
them.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
never mind.
I went to click on my Twitter and because I was in a space it fucked up all my
Oh
shit, so, you
yeah.
know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen. This Twitch stream is a never before seen ever Twitch stream because me and Lucy and the others in call as well on different occasions have done spaces before where we analyze DNF, but we've always had to be drunk or high because dead ass, it's not a joke. Okay, it's not a joke and it's not funny and it's evil and sick and twisted what has happened. All right. First of all.
No, it really is.
Second of all, everything we say here, unless we specify otherwise, is dead ass and serious, and I need you to know how serious it is. Okay.
It's,
To us, this is so serious.
no, to us it
Like,
is serious.
I need you all to know it genuinely made me feel so sick for a while because I was like, oh,
Okay, enough preamble.
oh.
Enough.
All right, we get into it. All right.
Recap.
So on the space, we pretended to start at Genesis, like the book of the Bible, the beginning, okay? And I said if we're going to use a Genesis analogy, the analogy is that Dream is Eve in the garden, okay? And Dream was tempted by and bit the apple and tempted by the snake. And George represents both the snake and the apple. But George, as the snake, did not know that he was offering himself as the apple in the Garden of Eden. Okay? And that's where things begin to fall apart. Okay. But we're not there yet. That's spoilers. So let's move forward a little bit to part one. Da-dun.
Part one.
DNF e-dating phase. And when we say that DNF were e-dating, we mean they were e-dating.
They were the e-daters even. Like the only valid e-daters.
And part of the reason why it was valid is because they didn't know they were e-dating. They were e-daters before e-dating was a thing. They invented e-dating. Okay? And to prove this, in case you need the proof, we are going to list now multiple instances that prove that DNF were e-daters and were in genuinely a long distance relationship with one another. Okay? Number one, they had the same sleep schedule. It was lined up with one another, and
To the
they would be
point,
on call with one another for literal days,
showering, sleeping
waking up
together,
together.
to the point
Showering.
where Scott Major literally quoted and said that if I can't, that he's the one who told us that their sleeping schedules are aligned. Because he was like, if I can't get in contact with one of them, I just ask the other, but then that doesn't work because I can't get in contact with either of them because like they're that synced.
This
They
is
woke
significant
up
also
together.
because one might say, well, isn't that just what friends do? No, setup is Texan. That Texas is a different time zone from like Florida, and yet he was not, but only by like an hour, and he was not on that same wavelength. This is different and weird with
He
DNF.
he he only got on that same wavelength later. DNF were on it from the beginning. Satnap noticed what was happening. Was like, hold on,
Hey,
wait.
when Dream
Also,
knew
What are y'all
Satnap
talking about?
longer.
What are y'all talking
also,
about?
He got
also,
FOMO.
just to be clear, like, yeah, that, like, sometimes as friends, you might end up sleeping in call together.
But
But, like, that happens with freakazoids sometimes. But that's typically where, like, and it typically happens with me because I'm in a different time zone where I will be in call with, like, my friends. And because I'm in a different time zone, I will fall asleep whilst we're also on the phone talking. And I just happen to fall asleep in call. And you know what other people don't do? Stay in fucking call. They leave, I wake up the
how
next
about
morning, and then I leave the
showering while
call.
on call? Yeah. Okay, yes. We that's just step one. Someone in chat, didn't George spray Dream's clone on an oversized Dream
We're
hoodie?
not there yet.
We're not
Let us
there
list our
yet. We're
emails.
not there yet.
But
That is the
this
point.
is in the notes. It's in the notes.
It's in the notes.
the
Don't worry,
order is
we'll get
different.
into it. So, okay, they have these aligned sleeping schedules, whatever, right? And some might say, yes, that's typical of friends. However, the other stuff
That's so
isn't.
sick.
That's only the beginning. Ren, what is our next point? Bring up our next
Our
point.
next point is going to be because they slept together on call, they woke up together on call, they would be on call for over 24 hours together constantly, okay? What else did they do together while on call? They showered together, okay? Add that to the list, all right? Sure, you could do that with friends. I've done that once or twice. Okay. We don't have irrefutable evidence yet, all right? But we're getting there. And if you need irrefutable evidence, you need not look any further than the Dream Hoodie incident.
The hoodie.
Okay? All caps. Dream Hoodie incident, okay?
It's gonna
So,
kill.
what happened here? Let me break it down for the uninitiated. All right? George decides to buy one of Dream's smile hoodies, okay? George decides to buy it. He decides to buy it, and he says this explicitly. He buys it in an extra large because that is the size that Dream would wear. He calls this hoodie multiple times Dream's hoodie.
It gets
Not Dream's merch. Not Dream's merch. Not Dream's smile hoodie. Dream's hoodie. He sprays the hoodie with cologne.
Not with any cologne. Just
Dream's
with
cologne.
Dreams with the cologne that Dream at the time wore.
With Dream's cologne, and he would wear it, and he would like smell the hoodie on stream. He did this. I don't know what the fuck he did when he was off stream. So he bought the hoodie that was Dream size. He called it Dream's hoodie. It was Dream's merch hoodie. He sprayed it with Dream's cologne, and he would wear it all the fucking time. But so that's
Okay.
George's side. Dream decided to make George stand. This is off stream. This is in their private calls. He tells him to put on his camera, turn his camera on, as he's wearing the hoodie. Go stand on his bed to show him how big the hoodie was on him. Okay? Then Dream takes multiple pictures of George on the bed with the giant hoodie, and he refers to these pictures as the cutest pictures of George ever taken.
I'm shaking my head.
Can
so
I
you
say?
know
Can
don't
I
agree with
add
this
something to this?
lifestyle?
These pictures were not for content, mind you, because he didn't even
No.
know if George would allow him to post them. He didn't know
Literally.
if George would want him to post them, so they were not for content. They were for the love of the game.
They were for Dreams. They were for Dream.
They were for
One where he
Dream's
doesn't
eyes
have his
only.
pants
Personal
on.
files.
In one of those pictures, he doesn't have pants on.
Like,
That's crazy.
come on. We have to be serious here. Now here's
I'm
my
so
thing,
sick. I'm so
chat.
sick.
Now I know we just said we were still in the realm of friendship. We were near it, you know. We were near the realm of friendship. We're not there anymore because chat
No.
with any of you, with your friend that you have purely platonic feelings for, ask them, could you take a picture in that hoodie that you bought to look like my hoodie and trade it with my cologne on top of your bed so you look extra small? Please? Would you ask a friend that? Who asked a friend that? No one. That is not
Who
a
would do
friendship
that?
Not
question.
even
Who would
I
do
would
that
do
for a
that.
friend?
Even I wouldn't do that.
By
And
the way,
that's saying
George
something.
at this point, George's personality, from what we saw, was very different from the George that we now know. He was so like anal, funny word to use here, so picky about like how people could perceive him on the internet that he would not drink or eat on camera.
Mm-hmm.
And he allowed this.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the pants on his bed in one of the pics. Yeah, which means he
Yes.
took the pants off.
He took them off.
Like what for?
What
for?
for if not homosexual
What for?
reasons? What for if
Give
not
me
homosexual
a straight
reasons?
explanation for this. You can't. You can't.
Because they don't
There is
exist.
none.
That's dating. That's dating. Took them off during the
Off
call.
during
Yes.
the call.
Yes.
I'm
He
sick.
fucking
I'm
bent
really
his
sick.
ass over in front of the camera and took his fucking pants off so that he could be
Oh my
pantsless
gosh.
under the giant hoodie.
All
I
of my
need to kill
teammates are
myself.
so useless.
Flash
I'm
forward
watching
to
it and I'm like,
the
oh.
clip of George getting in his gear and Dream recording his ass and giggling because he knew what it looked like already.
Now-
because those calls.
Now we're at
But
this
it
moment,
gets worse.
and
It
it
gets
gets worse. Where should we move next? Because I want to bring up the.
holy cow.
I
man.
was just dead ass. That's the moment I was gonna say I wanted to
Yeah.
bring up. Like dead
Yeah, go
ass.
on.
Okay, so George does a cooking stream, right? Dream, of course, is there because this is at the point in Dream Team's content creation where they were all involved in every bit of content they were making, and they were extremely active. This was the
I want to
Dream
point
Team
out this
golden
was a
era.
birthday stream as
It was
well.
it was a birthday cooking stream.
He made a
George-
chocolate cake.
He made a chocolate cake. It's at the end of the stream, you know. Actually, it's not near the end. It's near the end. George has put the cake in the oven, you know. It's fine, right? Dream asked George to take
I'm
his
gonna be
chef
sick.
hat off, wet his hair, and like mess it up a bit. And when I and I'm not even doing it justice
I'm gonna
because
be
I
sick.
can't do it justice on Twitch because they should have been banned that day. That shit was
They
rated
should
P
have.
for porn.
He slowly gives him instructions, step by step. Okay, take off your
That's
chef
the
hat.
other thing. Like, he just followed them
Wait, the
immediately.
songs lining up is getting me like.
Like,
Anyways,
like it's important to
his
know
voice wavered. Is
I
that
don't know
like
what to think now, so
George,
Supernatural by
out of
Ariana?
every single
that's
person,
funny.
George of everyone, followed immediately.
No, he
Word
did.
to word.
No, he
No,
always
protest
follows
he
too.
Dream's
always
directions and
follows.
it's sick.
He
He
always
always will protest, but he will do it.
he'll
He'll be like,
always no he'll
why?
always not
Why?
protest. He'll always
Why?
brat.
As he's doing it.
We can use real language here. He'll always brat.
He brat.
No,
Real
he
language.
brats
But
the
at the
fuck
end of the
out
day,
always.
hmm
but at the end of the day, he knows.
And he doesn't follow anybody else's instructions ever.
Well, yes.
And with Dream, he will pretend that he's fighting it. He'll be like, no, like I remember
Bro, is this your first
specifically.
time
He's
playing
like,
the game? What the hell?
why would I do that? What am I doing? I'm dying.
It's a
What am I doing
DNFism
as
skin
he's
too.
doing it?
As he's
Mind you.
fucking doing it. He'll be like, what? Why?
Okay.
Because he's literally getting the water to put in his hair.
Yes, so George wets his hair. He you know, he messes his hair up. And then you know how Dream responds to this? His
For the record,
first
George is hot as fuck.
Oh, he looks so good. But his first initial reaction after George does it is holy cow. And this holy cow is so exasperated. This holy cow is so genuine. This holy cow. If there was any question in Dream's mind prior to this, if he was queer or not, that holy cow was his awakening. If
As
that,
far as I'm concerned, that was his queer awakening.
like, as far as I'm concerned, we witnessed it.
You could hear him blushing too as he was reacting, because his reactions to George got more and more animated as it sank in how attractive he looked to him at that
Like,
moment.
he fully forgot that they were streaming for a second.
No, he genuinely did.
And then the phrase that I will always think about when he said, "I've never seen you like this before."
What do you mean?
Huh?
No. The way he sounded.
Like, what do you mean I've never seen you like this before? Like, huh? That's
Like,
not
he
normal.
he was experiencing revelations in that moment.
No, if we're in the Bible,
What
that's
book
the
of
book
songs?
of Revelation.
No, bitch, nah, bitch,
Yeah.
no. He was experiencing revelations and he wanted the book of songs.
No, I was about to say actually that was the book of Solomon. Like,
Like,
Oh my god.
oh god.
we
Like-
have to. Oh, we do have to talk about the quizzes.
Oh my god.
Um,
Am I in love with my best friend? Parts 1 through 8.
Okay. No. Actually, fuck that.
Oh my god.
By this point, this is where the queer baiting allegations start. And this is important to bring up because there's the Weber conversation.
Oh my god.
Mhm.
Oh my fucking god.
Dream,
Oh my god.
in
Alright.
their first initial response to the queer baiting allegations, Dream says, and I quote, George and I have no plans to date. We've never talked about what. I mean, that's the quote.
No, he says, well, we've talked about weather, and he trails off.
Whether
And
we're
then
dating?
George goes, the weather? To, like, move the conversation
What a-
and make a joke.
Ah!
And then Dream laughs. He
It's
gets a
worse
little
than I even
fun
remembered.
chuckle.
It's worse than I even remember.
It is worse than you remember.
Okay.
Because he fully says
We
the
talked
word.
about weather.
We've talked about weather. And then he ... And then George
Okay.
goes, the weather?
To-
And then Dream goes, haha, yeah, the weather.
Yeah, the weather.
Okay,
Oh, I'm sick. I'm sick.
Three
My stomach
things,
hurts.
actually.
I'm sick.
three
make
things
sense.
actually.
I have a drummy ache for the first time in years.
George never tries to move the conversation subtly like that. That's not something that George does.
If
He
anything, he drags conversations out.
exactly, especially if Dream is uncomfortable. Oh, he's dragging that shit out. Like if he can brat out and like make Dream like playfully uncomfortable, that's when he thrives. He never moves the conversation like the weather.
Because Dream was not uncomfortable with that. Dream, here's the issue: is Dream would have fucking told us if it were up to him. He would have been like, "Yeah, we talked about whether or not we were gonna date." The issue is George.
George was
George is
uncomfortable in
what
this
is
situation.
uncomfortable with it.
Mind you, it takes genuinely it does take a lot to make George uncomfortable, I believe. I fully believe this. In my heart of hearts, George is not squeamish. George is not squeamish in my heart of hearts. Like he is in a sense, but in terms of like because he
Of like physical textures, not like situation conversation.
or situational
Mhm.
conversation, his own feelings, yes. And here's the thing. He's squeamish because Dream was talking about feelings he actually had.
Wow.
This, actually, chat, is going to be a running theme in the tragedy, dare I say, of DNF. Okay?
And the tragedy of the unsynchronized, not unrequited, the unsynchronized love of DNF.
I'm gonna throw up.
Because
Because
the second point is who the fuck plans to date? Who the fuck sits down and plans to date? No one plans to date.
well,
We have no plans on dating. Bro's looking around
No,
like,
no, 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 no.
start
You,
sweating.
That's
no,
furthering our point.
you plotted. That's not plan. That's not sitting down and planning. That's plotting. Like that's
I mean,
like
well,
I mean
no,
no
I'm-
two people like sit down and they're like, yeah, we're gonna start dating and this day and this time. We're gonna die because I fell
no,
there.
but I will listen. You know, all of you know that me and
I
Dream
do.
are like this, and I'm
Mhm.
crossing my fingers. Okay. So when he says we didn't plan to date, I think, have a different idea of what he means than you may have.
Mhm.
And part of that is because I'm putting my own experience of a long distance relationship where I had never met my now girlfriend, by the way.
Mhm.
I had not met her, and we had a conversation about our feelings, okay? And you could say that there was discussions of planning to date in that conversation that we had.
Mhm.
And I could see that happening in basically the exact same way with DNF.
Verbatim, word for word.
Verbatim,
Yeah,
word
pretty.
for word. Okay.
I also can see that.
I
Now that you said this, I can see that.
Now that you've added this to the table, I can fully see that. You see, I'm
So,
a
so to answer the question, who plans to date? Autistic people who have a mission. They plan
autistic
to
people on a
date.
mission.
Who get shit done.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I think happens, okay? And this is so fucking sad for the record. For the record, this is so sad. I'm actually
It
tearing
is.
up. I swear to God. I'm being dead ass. I'm
Oh,
tearing up, okay?
mm-hmm.
So, DNF, it gets to a point. It gets to a point. And it gets to that point with DNF, okay? Where they're like, we gotta talk about this, all right?
This isn't
And they do
normal.
sit down. They sit down and they have a conversation. And they're like, it is genuinely a like, what are we and what are we doing conversation, okay? They have this. And they decide that they're not gonna progress anything until George comes to America.
Okay, but we
Okay?
can't get to George coming to America yet.
No.
There's so much we have to get into on their online phase because their online phase genuinely is one of like it is their craziest phase because
It is.
because they
It was before.
okay. Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. They have this conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then
And then they can.
But then, just as it did with Ren and Ren's beautiful girlfriend,
Beautiful, by the way.
beautiful, drop dead, gorgeous, like absolutely
smart.
stunning, so fine.
No.
It should be illegal to
This
walk
has
out the
become
house
like
that.
a glazed Micah stream. What's going on?
Fun fact about my girlfriend is that one of her professors in college deadass begged her to become a model, and she was like, "No, I'm too passionate about my career," and then she did it
Real,
because she's so
that,
smart.
Actually,
I
though.
need
that,
y'all
but
to
that's so
stop.
real.
Oh,
You can't
What
even
am I?
you can't even glaze no more. Okay. Anyways, But the point is, just like them, DNF have the plan, and they're like, yeah, we're not gonna progress anymore. But if it's a joke, it doesn't count. If we're just joking, it doesn't count. So they do things like,
Am I in love with my best
am I in love with
friend?
my best friend? And there's actually a direct equivalent of this. Am I in love with my best friend? Lucy, can you do our synastry chart?
Oh my god.
Just for like a little fun, like
Bitch, why would you say that to
for
me?
Why are
no
you
reason.
whacking your good friends right now? What the fuck?
Why are you whacking the
because
Whoa, this
fuck
is
out of
because they
me?
crazy.
because they
Why am I getting
because they were gay at
straight?
my expense. They were gay at my expense.
What do you
Why
mean
am I
your
getting
expense? You wrote
straight?
For my
fan fiction.
enjoyment, and at my expense.
I love how
You
Coco
wrote
is
a
getting
fan
like straights
fiction.
too when it's not even
Not even
You
about
can't
shit.
say
Oh,
at
why am I
your
no?
about
Okay,
you, but you're getting like shrapnel in your neck.
okay, fine. Not
I'm
at my
bleeding out
expense.
right now.
Not at my expense. For my enjoyment. So they do things like
Thank
the
you.
quiz. And anyone else have any examples of DNFism
Just
jokes?
wild, crazy sexual innuendo
Mm-hmm.
that I've blocked
Pet,
out for the
pet
most part.
play
Someone mentioned
on main.
pet play
That play
constantly.
on main.
Like
Just brat taming
my
every day.
Minecraft, but my friend is X is literally like we is the series where it's like if you weren't serious in your shipping just a little bit at that point, I feel like you were being delusional. Like
Because Dream entered subspace like 5 times over the course of those videos.
Mm-hmm.
and I moved every time.
And I was moved every time. And you know what? I hope to God that George gave him proper aftercare.
I think the other thing with DNF during their time online
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the
is
shock videos were an excuse to listen to each other yelp anyways. Jim,
No, 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 no. That's true. My
That's
friend in
true.
you're
series is
true, but
crazy.
like, why are you
that's
whacking them
true.
like this?
But
That's a whacking stream.
listen, I think the other thing that is very interesting when looking at DNF's online era, okay, is other people's reactions. To be honest, other people's reactions in general, which I'll get onto a little bit more later.
We can talk about how a huge reason why Tubbo hates Dream is because he feels personally queer baited by DNF.
Yes, we can
And
talk
he
about that.
does.
Or we can mention how Hannah was a DNFer. Tommy Innit was a DNFer. We could talk
Mm-hmm.
about how multiple people mistook them for a couple and thought they were actually dating during that era.
That was where I was going. That's where I was
Like
going.
here, my I've always believed this in my heart of hearts that like a lot of the Dream is manipulative thing, Dream is a liar thing is like that's because they thought he was lying to them about DNF being real when he's always said it wasn't.
Oh
They're like, no,
yes,
he manipulated me into thinking he was gay in DNF love, and he was
Kitty,
just like,
Kitty
okay,
said something so. Philza compared DNF to him and his wife. Yes, that is
Mm-hmm.
something that happened. Um,
it's just shameless, straight
Quackity
shameless.
just being constantly fucking annoyed by them.
yeah,
Yep.
Stop flirting and do something that's funny.
Huntress and Hunter.
Yeah. You can
You can just say
say
it's a
top and bottom.
bottom. It's okay.
He was like, you can say that now. It's 2022. You can say the word bottom. It's allowed.
Um.
It's legal now.
Oh. Turn around,
It's
baby.
legal
Turn
now.
around. Which
Pet names.
I don't care. I do not care if George says he said maybe turn around because no, you didn't. And even
He
if
calls
Did he
Dream
ever
bait.
say
and
maybe in that
and
context ever?
and
He's
even
never
if
said this.
even if George did say turn around, maybe it is crazy because if you ignore what he's saying, just clock that it's George talking and Dream moving. Before the words come out of his mouth, Dream is turning around. He like the
Mm-hmm.
words haven't even fully formed. Like you cannot process the words in the time in which Dream turned
In
around.
sync, BB
And
head ass.
sync, baby. Um, who else had?
Mm-hmm.
Who else other than DNF had like insane DNF moments slash quotes? Um,
There's 3-hour-long compilations.
yeah,
There's.
Can we talk about how Dream's public expression of his sexual identity timing with his relationship with George? Of course
of
we can.
course we can.
Because as previously established, George genuinely was Dream's queer awakening. And his coming to terms with the fact that he could, first of all, be sexually attracted to men. That was like the first thing, okay? He had to come to terms with that. And that was the holy cow moment. That was that. Then he had to come to terms with the idea that he could possibly be in a relationship with a man. And that was the process of their long distance e-dating relationship,
What are
is
you
when he
doing,
came.
Step Dream?
Oh, the fact that, oh my god, and this is what pisses me the fuck off about multi-shippers. I'm coming for every single fucking one of you. I don't like you. The ones who are like, Dream and Sapnap are like fucking each
This
other
is
over the
not a
couch.
space for shipping discourse. This is a space for DNF. You will not bring shipping discourse into the sanctity
No,
of this
listen.
space.
Listen, I'm bringing it up to say, like, Dream Nap call each other brothers, okay? All the
Mm-hmm.
time. Anytime anyone has ever called Dream and George's relationship a brotherly relationship,
Oh, they
they
cringe.
get either grossed the fuck out, or if they want to make a joke about it, they'll be like, yeah, maybe in Alabama. That's the kind of relationship
Or
we
they
have.
do the yeah, okay, step bro thing. Like
Yes.
those are
Rui,
the
why did you
reactions they
leave
have.
me?
Oh, my bad.
The
The
only
only time they will, like, whenever they take it
Add me to your
seriously,
party.
they will get grossed out. They'll be like, ew, no, we are not brothers. Absolutely not. Or they'll make a joke of it. And the
Mhm.
joke is that we don't have a brotherly relationship because we are having sex.
Mm-hmm. Does anyone remember that stream of MCC where Sapnap said, "Where's your boyfriend to fuck you" or something? I do remember that.
I do.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
And that came from the heart. Let me say that.
that
Because
came from the heart so deeply.
this is
No.
something also, we should also talk about the fact that in the early days, George and Sapnap's relationship with one another was not good. And the reason why it was not good is because Sapnap was very jealous towards George.
And here's the
No,
thing.
Sapnap is very specific to me. Sapnap gives me a lot of belief in.
No, exactly, because there's two versions of Sapnap at that time. There's the Sapnap that is jealous because Dream, his older brother figure, is giving this random British fuck all of his attention. And then there's the Sapnap that has his holy fuck moment. Dream doesn't.
My brother's gay.
My brother's gay. It's like, that's okay, but all this time I thought my brother was he was replacing me as his best friend. Because here's the thing, Sapnap is Dream's best friend, and as a best friend to Rui, I also understand it, because I get jealous when I think when someone's trying to replace me. I get angry too. So I'm not saying, I'm not using jealous as like an attack against Sapnap. I'm saying, nigga, how are you down on round one, nigga? You really, anyways.
I mean, they're wearing a Steve skin. I think they only pick up the game because of the Minecraft movie, low key.
And then the Sapnap who wanted Dream to give George a ring at Christmas. Exactly. But we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Up later. I was gonna bring that up later when we get there, because I have very specific thoughts
We're
on
not
that.
IRL yet. We're still online.
We're still online. So we have Sapnap that's like, that doesn't yet understand that DNF is more than platonic. If not romantic, just more than platonic. He doesn't get that. He doesn't even get that yet. But once he understands, there is a shift in not only how he interacts with George, becoming like more lighthearted and like more friendly with George, but also in the way he interacts with Dream, because he suddenly starts mocking Dream so much more. Like, he starts teasing the hell out of that man.
Yup. Sapnap going from "you are taking my best friend" to "you are my in-law." Yes.
Exactly.
Because suddenly it wasn't like my best friend and my brother is replacing me. It's my brother has a new girlfriend and I'm going to bully him for it.
And that's so sweet to me. SNF is shit. Your shit. Fuck you, SNF. Will never rival DNF. Fuck you.
And the fact that that was set off camera and Dream just happened to record it, nuts.
Insane.
Like, why do you get so mad? What was the conversation?
Like, what were also the fact that I do want to point out, we do not know to this day if Dream has read heat waves. You know who has? SNF. Together.
SNF.
Together. They read it together.
Like, I don't know how far they read into it, but if you even like begin like
The
the first
first
chapter,
chapter is already
it's
pining,
so pining
yearning.
and like yearning and like pathetic on Dream's part, and they let him think that heat waves is just him getting laid. It's not. It's very
It's
sad.
really not.
It ends with him going
Bro
to
gets
therapy.
fucking therapy. Like,
Get out of my face, Steve.
it's
Get
the
out of my face.
fucking
Oh
therapy.
my god.
Like
And
they
he almost destroys his friendship with George, and they just let him believe he was fucking
they
dicking this
let,
man down.
and it's like Dream hasn't because he thought he was getting his dick sucked.
That's how we know.
That's how we know.
That's how we know he
Like
hasn't
he
read it.
hasn't read it, and like I was more so saying to this day we don't know if he read it, but at this point we know he has. We know he hasn't read it.
I was gonna say
Rui,
what would the timeline
oh,
have
you're broke.
changed if he had read it, but the timeline wouldn't have changed at all. But we're not there yet, unfortunately, and
Mm-hmm.
that
My
is the
nephew
sad part.
knocked on my door. I'm sorry. I had to mute. Revive me, freak.
Should we get into the like last final home stretch before the face reveal and before
Yes.
George?
Yes, because
Yes.
I have specific things relating to some tweets Dream made when people went to visit George in the UK. Because
Go on.
Dream crashed the fuck out. If you
Oh.
weren't on Twitter during the time in which, like,
Oh, the
Carl,
visa.
Sapnap, Tina, etc., were in the UK.
Let's talk
Oh,
about every time Dream comes into a group call to steal George into a private call. I remember that.
I
Oh my
remember
god,
that.
that era was so crazy.
Or we can
They
talk
were
about,
so possessive.
or we can talk about. He was just like, marry me, Dream, then I can get my visa. Marry me.
And they talked
and they
about it.
They
genuinely
talked
talked
about
about
it.
it.
They genuinely talked about, like,
And Dream joked that he would cite the DNF fan art, the DNF fanfic
and
to
that he
prove
would,
that they're
and
real.
that he
Like,
would scare, that he would like shove it in like their face to be like, look at this. You think this is fake? Which implies that he thinks it's, Anyways, um, I see you trying to skip ahead in the timeline. I'm not ready. We're not ready.
We're not there yet.
I'll eat shit on camera if George isn't in America by this time, by the end of this year. He was dead serious. By the way, he was really ready to do that, which again
I
is
think he was
crazy.
gonna say something that would have gotten him banned on Twitch, but he had to pivot.
Yeah, he had to pivot.
Like,
Both of their mental health at
genuinely,
this point is in the gutter.
like, genuinely, if like the US government said, okay, George, we will give you a visa, you need Dream to like go and do like this thing, and it's like a war crime, Dream would have done it.
Oh yeah. No. Like both
He would have
Dream
called in
and
that
George
fucking
at this point, yeah, he literally said it, but like at this point, both of their mental health is fucking
Mind you,
dog.
Dream said speaks for both of them when in their mental state. He speaks for both of them. George,
And he said, my mental health will go to like shit if he isn't in Florida by September. And he like genuinely, it already was gone to shit, but it would have been
it
so
would have
much
been
worse.
worse.
Like the reason why Sapnap went to go visit George that one time in England is because George said, I am depressed.
and also like the TikToks George was making, like when he'd be like, specifically like there was like ones he did about like his roof leaking
Oh, I
in
know,
like,
yeah.
and he like was yelling
Like,
down the camera,
and like, and then he's like hysterically laughing too. It's like,
like he was
was
losing his
hashtag not
fucking
okay.
mind.
I need everyone to know I always thought they were low key dramatic for that until I got into a long distance relationship, and that
yeah.
should say enough.
The
That should
the
say enough.
twerking to change my clothes. Yes, 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 yes. So we're at this point where they're both on like the edge. They're both looking at each other, and they're looking at each other across the ocean, and they're like, Dream, if I don't get there, I'm going to die. And then Dream is like, if you don't get here,
They're,
I'm going to die.
they're, they're about to make a pact, a very specific type of pact that begins with an S. Okay?
Who says they didn't already have one? Like,
And for the record, I do believe at this point, no, I know that at this point they have had a conversation about their relationship and like that what are we conversation. They have had that. And the conclusion that they have come to again is that like yes, we have these feelings that we don't have for other
Crazy ass feelings.
we
we
have
have these
these.
feelings for each other that are like more than friends. We have these feelings, and they both agree to this, okay? We both have these feelings, but we're not gonna do anything. We're not gonna make anything official or do anything like that until we see how these feelings carry over in person. We will see how this will do in person, is what they come to,
Mm-hmm.
okay?
And then in person happens. We're finally here, chat.
Now,
And
when talking about in person, I think we need to start with
the beginning, the face reveal.
that like I was gonna
I'm
say
gonna
and
throw
other
up.
people's reactions to the content they post.
No,
Okay?
we have to start at the face reveal
No,
first.
we have
Hold
to
up.
start at the face reveal. Like that's
No, like this is like seminal text. Like you can't stop. You can't skip it.
exact. It's like,
Because we
okay,
have to talk about the fact that
His
George
face was
his
speaks
face
so
was
red.
so red.
It was diabolical.
Like, okay, okay.
Like George's fucking video.
George's the interview attached to the video. He looked like a god with the sun behind him. That is a direct
Mm-hmm.
quote from George Knockdown's lips about Dream. He looked like a god with the sun behind him.
what
You
we could have had. What we could have
you
had.
don't describe.
I'm gonna throw up.
You do
I'm literally
not.
gonna
You
throw up
just
from
don't. You
talking.
just don't describe your friends saying they look like a god with the sun behind them. First time
I
seeing
have
him.
I have met my friends in person for the first time. And these are the people that mean the most to me in the entire fucking world.
And it was very emotional. I wouldn't say there was a moment where I was like,
Lucy and Leah picked me up from the airport. And like I was being pushed by special assistants in like my wheelchair to go to baggage claim. And I spot Lucy and Leah next to baggage claim, and the security guy who was like pushing me through the airport had to quickly answer a question from somebody else, and I was not willing to wait that minute, so I just left. I just abandoned this dude and pushed myself over the rest of the way,
mm-hmm,
and like the three of us just kind of like ran to each other and hugged, and I like kind of ran over your feet.
mm-hmm.
Mouth.
Keep in
I
mind,
would still not have described you in the way George
keep in
described.
mind, keep in mind, George Satnap picks George up. George looks nervous in the fucking car.
He looks
Like
so
he
fucking
looks
nervous.
so nervous, and it's
We
like, gosh,
we
and
I
need to
am going
go.
to throw up. I'm going to
We
throw up. Because they were genuinely, I'm being so serious, they were in love with each other. They were in love with each other. What
we
Pablo
happened?
comparing it to
we
a
need
wedding
to
first sight video,
yes,
and
that
then Tommy
yes.
fucking in it literally compared it to his girlfriend.
Uh-huh. But also I need to bring up Sapnap going in to speak to Dream first and him being like, "Are you nervous?" and Dream being like, "Yes." And Sapnap being like, "That's okay. It's a big day. This is a huge day."
Like, I'm gonna puke. Why can't I claim it? I can't claim this.
Like the way Sapnap was talking to Dream and George,
He was so soft. He was so
he was
soft.
so soft and fragile with them. He was holding them in his hands, in the palms of his hands, being like, "You're okay. It's here."
Holding
I'm
them in his
going-
hands like little babes.
Like if someone's compared it when they're trying to hype up the groom at the before the wedding, like it's like Sapnap was genuinely doing that, and that's the first time that they meet.
Like George editing it like that is so sick. Like he's such a freak.
I'm gonna have
And
to
he
go
was in
watch
love.
it. I'm gonna have to go watch it after the stream.
Dream's
And then I'm
fucking,
gonna fucking
Dream fucking running around in a circle.
His
His
happy
little
hop,
hop,
zoomies.
his bunny hop.
His little hop.
his
His little
nervous
hop.
hops. Oh my god.
Which, can I also just say, that should have been the first moment people realized this man was, like, when he said he was autistic, after that moment, nobody should have doubted him. Like, I'm sorry.
I have always known in my heart he was autistic since the moment I knew him.
No, same.
Anyways,
Him getting the rights to put heat waves in the video.
stop,
Lit-
shut up, 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 please, shut up, please. I need a moment. I need a moment.
This is why we can't fucking talk about DNF.
It's
We don't
so
talk about
it's
DNF.
because
No,
it's genuinely
no.
a tragedy here. Because it's been okay thus far. But now we have to move on into the real life section. You have them being it was TwitchCon San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the first event after Face Reveal where they're together and we see them together.
And at this point, by the way, the energy from their dating time is still carrying over.
Oh, it's still
because
so strong.
we have the possessiveness of, for example, Dream taking George's shirt
Oh.
that he wore, the olive, where he was the team olive or whatever, and casually just throwing it over his
God.
shoulder as if he's not holding a bag in his fucking hand that he could put the shirt into. But no, he has
No.
to put it over his shoulder as a sort of badge of honor to claim himself as George's fucking property. Crazy.
Crazy work.
Mhm.
The cat beanies, the matching cat beanies.
Mind you, now that we have the added context that it was like everyone else thought it was corny and George was like, no, it's the best thing ever and I'm gonna do it with
I
you.
want one.
George, the first dude to call anything corny, mind you.
Mind you,
And he was like, no,
the
I will wear
supreme
the cat beanie
supreme
with you.
hype lord, mind you.
We will be
my
cat
head hurts. I'm
beanie
getting dizzy.
wearers together. We will both be cringe together as this
Dream
cringe
hovering his
couple.
hand on his waist. I'm gonna throw up. Don't
The
talk
way
to
he
me.
would move him around. Let me say this as a certified touchy waist loving bitch. That is the type of shit I do. I do that shit with my girlfriend all the time. Oh, you're move 1 inch to the left. How am I gonna tell her to do that? I'm gonna fucking grab her waist and move her. Okay? I see you,
I've seen it.
Dream.
I see you.
I know what you are. So what the fuck happens? Okay? This is the part where it gets fucking sad. All right? Like dead ass.
Mhm.
Okay?
There's something I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really need us to talk about Sapnap's "Please Be a Ring." The way he said it,
Like that
the
was
inflection
genuinely a
in
prayer.
his voice.
That was
That
a
was dead
that
ass.
was that
That
was
was
a
dead
that was
ass.
a that was a Christian boy begging God to make it a ring. Like he was not asking Dream to abort a ring. He was not asking George to have slipped the ring in there. He was asking God to transform whatever was in that package into a ring.
And you know what's crazy is that I genuinely think he wanted it to be a ring so fucking bad.
He did.
Because why would you say it if not? There's
No, it's not why would he say it, it's the way he fucking said
No,
it.
It's the way
it's
he
the
said
way
it.
he
said,
looked
it.
when it wasn't a
"Please
ring,
be a
too.
ring."
The way
Like-
he said it, and
The little bit of disappointment in his eyes when it wasn't a ring. Oh my god.
because
Like the light went out.
no, because here's my thing. Here's why I'm saying why would he say it if he didn't want it to be a ring? Because no other comment like that is in the stream. While they're opening a bunch of gifts, there's no expectations for any of the gifts. There's no other hopes. There's no other wishes. That's the only wish that ever is in the stream when they're like unpackaging these blind gifts. Sapnap saying, "Please be a ring." Huh? Are we dead?
It wasn't even said with like a quiet. It would be so funny if it was a ring. No, it just like please be a ring.
And
Okay.
he
He
also
wanted them to
he
get
didn't say
married.
it
He
loud.
wanted them to get married, guys. He
He
did.
also didn't say it loud. Like he wasn't even saying it to
Wasn't
Dream
saying it
and
for
George.
stream. He was saying it to himself, but the mic
He
just
was saying
picked up on
it
it.
himself as a prayer.
Oh wait,
Guys,
Oh my god.
Ironically.
the quartz elephant was the ring in this context. The same by
Oh,
2.5
you don't
inches
talk about the
Dream.
quartz
2.5
elephant.
Didn't even
inches.
talk about the
We
quartz
didn't
elephant.
talk about the video where Dream gives George $5,000 to spin, and how it's
And
still
he
an
just
unlisted video
giggles
on his
and just
stream.
He gave everyone else what, 500?
Yeah, like George had the most.
He gave everyone else
for literally
$500.
no
He
fucking
gave George
reason.
5,000, 10 times the amount he gave everyone
The
else.
Chop
He
Sits 2
gave
from
George thousands
Discord.
of dollars on multiple occasions, mind you. One time $1,000 in Minecraft Hypixel, the other time like $5,000 to buy whatever he wanted on Amazon. Like, how is that good content? It's just you spoiling George. I know what you are.
Us bringing that up, like, I just stop. I can't. George going to Dream's family Christmas. It was so thick. The E-date
Chopstick?
soulmatISMs were still very thick in the beginning. It was all over them.
Stream Scooter closing him on the
Whatever the
couch.
fuck
Oh
he
my
wrote
god.
in that fucking Christmas card.
No, the fact that it was
My-
addressed to my beautiful wife.
Give him 5K to buy him a new computer so we can talk to him more. Oh my god.
Guys, the problem here is that we're just gonna keep talking about all the instances that proves what we already know, which is that they were gen serious in love with one another in a romantic sense
Okay.
while
listen.
they were e-dating, and that all
Mhm.
fell to fucking pieces.
We need to get to the tragedy.
The real
Okay.
life arc.
Alright, what
I don't want to
happened?
have to talk about the tragedy. Like,
No,
it
I'll
makes
do
me
it. I'll do
sick.
it. I'll do
You
it. I'll
realize he
do
was
it,
a
and then
man.
I might. I'm serious. I might drive to the liquor store. I'm being serious.
No, you can't.
I'm dead ass.
It's
Okay.
Lent. You can't.
Why are we
Jesus
doing this?
Christ suffered, so
January-
too
Why
must
am I
you.
doing this when I'm sober?
Okay,
Why?
January 2023 is the beginning, and it is the end.
Oh my god.
Okay. So basically, it fell apart. Not because they were not because of their feelings for each other, but rather because of specifically George's internal turmoil with his own journey with all of his stuff.
We can say it. We can say it. It's because of George's internalized homophobia. We can say that. I'm gonna say that. That is why.
Ren said
That's
it.
the secret, you
Ren-
guys. That is what we always
George-
dance around.
George
We always
realized Dream was a
allude
man.
to.
George realized Dream was a man. Dream became, as they like acclimated to each other, and it was no longer just this like ephemeral thing, this entity that he talked
Faceless.
to, faceless blob void creature that he was like
George
kind of in love
smelled
with.
one of Dream's farts and he was like, oh, this is a real life man, huh?
A man too. That's the true realization.
A
He's
man
really
who
tall,
farts,
and
huh?
he has a beard.
He has a
And here's
man
the
smell
thing,
that I
too.
couldn't get on call.
Okay,
And it
here's the
wasn't unpleasant. It was just
no. That's
It's
the thing.
new.
It's not that it's unpleasant.
It's that he
because-
liked it.
Yes,
he liked it and he was scared.
because the whole time, like their
Mhm.
dynamic while they were long distance e-dating was that George was very much attracted to Dream's masculinity. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But masculine and man are not interchangeable.
Exactly. But
And once he came to the undeniable realization that this was a man and that his relationship with Dream was not this like this thing of that's just like feelings, you know, and
It's-
like sensations and aesthetics.
it's
but
something that can
actually-
become physical, that can become more. He got afraid. Like, I don't even. I listen. Here's my thing. I don't even think it's fully just internalized homophobia. I think that plays a part in it, but I think it's more so he just got genuinely afraid because he realized that what they had was so good and that he loved what they had so much that he was afraid that adding more would ruin it. He didn't want to fuck up the friendship.
He didn't want to
Because
ruin the
George,
friendship. They're scared of risking it.
no, George for me too has always been more of like a cautious person with certain things. Specifically, his feelings.
He's really guarded.
Very guarded.
Like Dream wears his
And
heart on
he,
his sleeves, but George, like his heart is in like a lock box that he doesn't even keep inside of his body most of the time.
no, he buried it 6 feet under and he threw away the keys. Like, and so he made the decision that number one, he does not want to have to face all of the uncomfortable realities that would come with this relationship and the things that he would have to unpack and deal with. Number one. Number two, he does not want to face the idea that he could lose it if they fucked it up. And so he would rather just stay friends.
Exactly.
And this was a decision, for the record, that came from George. Dream did not make that decision.
I would go as far to say Dream would not make that decision.
No. Dream, from our parasocial understanding, which is correct for the record, Dream wanted that relationship with George. He wanted them to be in a relationship. He wanted them to date officially. He was ready for that relationship.
Ready. Well, maybe not fully ready, but he thought he was ready. He was ready enough.
He was ready at the very least to put in the work.
Exactly. He was ready for it to be something that it wasn't at that point in time.
But he was going to make it. He was like, we can do it together. And George is like, no.
George,
and that is why you get that spite in his voice that he didn't mean to be there. And if George were to ask him, he would deny it. But we all heard it when he said to Tubbo, George is straight as far as I'm aware, so you can go cancel him for queer baiting.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm literally gonna throw up. Don't
so
talk
bad.
to me.
I think it's tragic because there seems to be a wildly extensive culture context with British men that show that there is some kind of expectation that's repressed a lot of intimacy and emotional vulnerability. This past year and a half seems to have proven that, unfortunately. Yeah. And
the UK ruined DNF.
And it's like, it's like now we're in this era. We're in this very. We're get to the point where like DNF becomes very. To me, 2023 DNF. It showed less of 2023 DNF. It really showed in 2024 DNF, where they kind of seem lost in all of their interactions.
Absolutely. We've never talked about this, but I completely agree.
It's like they didn't know, especially Dream. He didn't know where the line was.
Yes, that is. You took the words genuinely out of my brain. Like, he did not know where the line was. Where is the limit?
He's like, okay, can I touch your waist? Yes. Can I make that joke? Yeah. Can I do? No. Like, I think 2023 was the filling it out. And then 2024 was, I'm so confused because I've tried to fill it out and I feel like the rules are constantly shifting, which they were.
Which is hell for an autistic man.
Which is hell for an autistic man, but they're both autistic. It's hell for both of them.
Autistic man in love.
Oh yeah, for the record,
autism clashing.
Everyone in chat, no, I'm sorry, not everyone in chat. Everyone in call here is autistic George truthers. Every single one of us, and we're right. And we're
correct.
And we're right. And I have proof because it's just the proof is in the pudding that the DNF is so close.
Bro, look at him.
The proof is bro, look at him, and bitch, the minions. The proof is the minions actually.
No, because why?
He deadass loves minions in a very autistic way.
He has a minion costume, every single minion plush toy, like. But that's not even the bottom scraping of the barrel, most obvious thing to point
him
to.
Collecting every trinket he's ever been given, including a pine cone. Like, oh my god.
A pine cone?
Listen, you know what it is? You know what it is? He might not be formally diagnosed, but you know what he is?
Peer
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 reviewed.
reviewed.
reviewed, and that's
Peer
better,
reviewed.
and that's more valid.
There are 3 autists in this
One
call
of
right
the
now, and
peers
all
being
of us.
Dream, by the way. Dream said he thinks George has ADHD. The in parentheses, the silent thing he didn't say was and also autism
He
because
did.
Dream didn't know
He
that yet
meant
about himself.
he meant to say ADHD. Actually, no, because you know what? That is the peer review because he was basing it off of his own experiences with his neurodivergency, which he was attributing only to his ADHD at this point because he didn't know that he had autism. Therefore, by that same logic,
They
No,
both have
that
ADHD. It's just in
exactly,
yes,
different flavors, and that's why the miscommunication happens. I'm
that is
sick.
and
genuinely
and it's
what happened. Like, he didn't know he was autistic, so we thought George only had ADHD. But now that he knows he has autism, he can know that George also has autism.
and it's also because the more time George spent with Dream, the less he could resist it, and the more things that got added to this list of this hack. Not that this is off limits because I don't want you to do this, Dream. This is off limits because I need you to stop doing this. I'm going insane.
I'm gonna
And
puke.
it's hell because you can still feel the yearning on both ends. And the tragedy of it all, it seems it's not going to go anywhere. Yes, correct. That is the
Because
tragedy of it all.
I
Is that
think no, you
they
go.
do genuinely both have love, romantic love for one another. They both absolutely have that.
I think
But go on.
I think in late 2024 is when we finally get important conversation. What are we part 2 Electra Boogaloo?
And I think it's like the final nail in the coffin.
And it's just like we're something.
Late 2024. Wait, what was the truth video?
That was That was the end of 2023.
Okay, I forgot. Anyways, continue what you're saying.
But yes,
Ah,
and it is the final nail in the coffin because I think they're just like I think they both acknowledge we could be something else, but as of right now, in parentheses forever, we're better off friends. We're better off as friends.
And so we have
yeah.
to move on.
And they had the room to have this conversation. And the year after they killed DNF ship posting, they're like, okay, in the silence, what are we? And what can we do about
And
this?
low
Nothing?
key,
Oh, okay.
I feel like they had to have the conversation because I could slash Gen Serious see a universe where one or both of them are like, okay, but what if I'm only like trying to gaslight themselves, like what if I'm only feel this way because of my fans? What if it's their fault? No, it's
Mm-hmm.
Dream. It's Dream.
For the
It's
record, it's
Dream.
true.
It's
For the
Dream.
record,
It's Dream.
Dream.
It's Dream. So it's like, what if it's their fault? And then he kills it. He kills the beast that is slash serious DNFers on main, and he still feels the same way. And he's like, damn, that didn't do what I thought it was
Oh.
finna do. Like he really thought he ate when he did it too. He really thought he ate.
As he often
like
does.
he said that in the video, crossed his arms and nodded as if he killed a beast when really he just like fed the infernal yearning in his heart.
Mind you, mind you, mind you, mind you. He then has. At this point, here's my thing. I've discounted that because I know what it means, but I've also discounted that because he's been subtly trying to resuscitate the beast. Like
Yes.
Well, the thing
Oh
is that
yes, he is.
Dream has not moved on. He thinks he has. I think he thinks he has,
I think
but
George
he has
has
not.
forced himself to move on. And I think
Yeah,
that's because, as I said, he fell out of love first. Not fell out of love first. He realized he couldn't do it first. Dream knows he could do it. George just realized he couldn't do it, and he started the process of mourning it way before
and pulling
Dream did,
away.
and pulling away way before Dream did. So yeah. So like
Dream, as we've seen with Dream, he holds on very tight to
oh,
things
and
that.
I get him.
Yeah, no, so do I. He holds on tight to things he should let go of.
It's so sad. Like it's
And
so
he
depressing.
wants it, and he wants it so bad, but it's not.
Oh my
It's not
God.
just on him. It's also on George, and George doesn't
That's
want to
exactly what I
do it.
wanted.
They're letting him attempt to reheat those DNF nachos. It's like, boy, please.
No, like I listen. Actually, I was gonna say as a fan, do I want to see the DNF nachos? But because of all of this, I almost don't want to. Like it just makes me sick.
It
Like
makes me.
the moment in the game they just played where the characters held hands and Dream was like, "Aw, our characters held
And
hands,"
then
and George
George
was
was
like,
like,
"Our characters held hands."
like that perfectly summer because. And here's the thing. And part of getting over it, you know what George had to do? He had to adopt a healthy amount of homophobia in his heart to help him get over it.
And that's why he and Sapnap have been so homophobic recently.
I was gonna
It's a
say that.
coping.
That's why I tried to hang out with Sapnap more.
It's a
Like,
coping mechanism.
like SNF. Listen, SNFers. I'm not trying to clock you, but yes, I am. It's a coping mechanism. There's nothing going on there.
He's like, look, this is how you can joke in a gaily with a friend, but it doesn't go anywhere. There's absolutely no underlying romantic tension.
That's
It's
for
this
sure.
right here.
It's like
I can do this.
I don't even know if they are ever able to public online and retire in 5 years and then get down together away from it all. That won't even listen. Here's the thing. I genuinely believe it could still happen, but it's like they're both like
They'd have to be
68.
old.
They're
A little
six.
bit.
No,
Yeah,
they're
have to be old.
68. They're 68, and somehow both of them are single. And I just don't see this happening because they're both very handsome men. They're 68. They're both single, and they're just like, we might as well. Oh shit.
They're like, you know what?
Remember when we were
what
young?
we could have
We played
had.
Minecraft together.
Remember when we were young?
You know, that's the joking reason. It actually would be Dream begging him because he's saying I don't want to die alone over and over and over again and crying, but
Oh, don't! Why would you put it in my head?
but
Why would you put the image in
um
my head? What's wrong with you? What the fuck? Wait, actually, what's wrong with you? You're evil. Oh my god.
nah, anytime I have to experience something, y'all gonna have to experience it with me. Cause no,
Sorry, I just actually threw up in my
Devastated.
mouth
It's
a little
haunting
bit.
me.
And I
It's
just
like the
imagined
image is
them at the
haunting
wedding.
me.
I just imagined them at each other's wedding and I threw up in my mouth. Like George is getting
Stop.
married. George is getting married and Dream is there. God. Cause God damn it.
you can tell he
Guys,
don't want to be there.
Dream wants that cookie so fucking bad.
And he'll always want the cookie. He'll never get because here's the thing.
Dream is not a get over it kind of
No.
person. He never gets over
There's
shit.
more than that too. You never get over your queer awakening. No, you
No.
never do. But what Dream failed to get is that your queer awakening is supposed to be some unattainable outside force.
It should have been the Sooners football team. Why the fuck is it George not found?
It should have been someone unattainable. That's what a queer awakening is supposed to be. But
because then you don't think about it for the rest of your fucking life. Dream.
Being his best man is sick. Oh my god. And everyone can see
Shut
how
up,
upset.
Shut up! Shut up!
He can't be his
He's
best man.
crying and no one knows why.
He cannot.
And the people assume that it's out of joy, but it's
no,
not.
His speech would be so fucking sad.
No, because you know he'd be crying the whole time. The whole fucking time. Dream cries very easily.
Oh my god.
Actually, here's the thing.
my
I don't
God.
think he would cry because he would be dissociating the entire time. And then
Oh, you bring up a good point.
George, like it's time to do the speech,
He'd
and you
cry
can hear.
after.
No,
Trash.
he would cry during the speech. He would tear up during the speech, and like it's because listen, he would also be trying to mask during it too, and he'd be like, okay, it's an appropriate time to cry. You're supposed to cry during the speech. I can cry, but he would
He's
try
boo-hooing and sobbing.
he would try to do like the little like little tear up like. And he's just my best friend. But he would be like, he's my best friend. And I love
Stop.
him.
Why would you quote that space? Stop.
I'm not quoting that space. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's
Because
the
I heard
typical
him say that while crying.
That's the typical best man speech. Why would you put that face in my head?
Because I could hear it in my head because I heard him say those words while crying.
This is so fucked up. This is so fucked up, chat.
Yeah, I'm deleting this VOD. I've decided.
Hello.
Yeah, I gotta delete
No,
this.
if we have to suffer, so to the
I'm leaving
VOD viewers. I'm out of ammo.
Like-
I'm out of ammo too.
I can't, you guys. And this is the part where I have, in some ways, before in the past,
How do you
gotten mad.
ungood luck, babe? DNF? What?
Hello.
Leah,
Leah, it's not the
Don't
fucking
you
time.
hello me.
Don't come in here
Don't
with
you
that.
hello me
Don't
like
come in here
that.
with
Whoa.
that.
Whoa, why am I getting
Did you
jumped?
not know what we're
We're
doing
talking
here?
about DNF.
What
You
we're
gonna come in here with
screaming
a?
about?
You coming here with a hello?
Heartbreak.
A hello?
Oh
A
my
hello?
why are
god!
you not
And
crying?
you
Why
of
aren't
all
you in
people, you of
tears?
all
Oh my
people don't
god!
deserve.
Whoa!
You
Whoa!
got the nerve, the audacity.
Whoa! Whoa!
You fucking freak! You know what you did and who
Go
you
away,
are.
go away, go
Go
away,
away, go
go
away.
away.
Okay.
Someone kick Leah.
Okay. Oh my god! Fuck you. I'm leaving before you can get.
Damn.
So anyway, I get mad at George sometimes. And again, it comes from a place of me kinning Dream and being like, we could have had it all. We could have
And also,
we
you
could have
do
had it
want George so
all.
bad, and that is a part of the kinning.
No, that is part of the kidding, is that I fucking want George bad. God, I want that man. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful, and he's so bratty. He's so bratty, but he's also so smart. He's my type to a T. He is my type, that man. Okay?
That's my type. Yeah, that's my type.
I have wanted him for like 4 fucking years now, and that is only a fraction of the amount of time that Dream has wanted him. Ah! And so I'm angry at him because number one, all right, I'm Dream right now, okay? I'm not a Leo. I'm a Virgo, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm Dream right now, all right? If you guys don't know, me and Dream are very similar people, all right? We've mentioned this before. Let me mention it again. Me and Dream are very similar people in terms of several aspects of our personality and also the way that we were raised and things like this, okay? We are very similar, all right? So, I'm Dream. My queer awakening, who I dated for like 2.5 years, moved to America for me, by the way. He moved to America for me. Fuck everybody else. He did that for me.
No,
Okay?
that's just even crazy. They get him for a little. I'm not jealous because they get him a little bit. I get him forever. That's a direct
I
quote
get
from
him
Dream
forever.
again.
And he's moving countries and moving away from his whole family for me, okay?
You
Because he
wanted him
loves me.
forever.
All right? I get him forever. He's fucking mine, okay? He moves in. He moves into my fucking house, bitch. He moves into my house. I have to see him every day. I see him when he first wakes up. I see him
I
after he's
see
just
him
gotten
in
out of
a
the shower.
towel in the shower. I see him at
with
his worst,
water
at his
going down
best.
his chest. I see him bleary-eyed in the morning when he just woke up. I bring him dinner. I see him in the low candlelight of a restaurant when we go out to eat, just him and I.
Oh,
Okay?
cute date, by the
Fucking,
way.
what was that?
The
Oh
cute
my
date.
god.
The cute, like,
The cute date stuff. Oh my
yo,
Oh
god.
yeah,
he
I take him
plotted.
out on dinner dates. He falls asleep in my car, and I call him the passenger princess. Okay? He's my fucking boyfriend, pretty much. All right? And then he says, I don't want to do it, you know? I don't want to fuck up our friendship. I love you too much, all right? I don't want to ruin what we have.
Yeah, I'm crashing
and
out.
I want to kill myself because I want what we have. I want to keep what we have. I want to bring it even deeper. I want to have sex with
How
you.
deep
I want to
is
love
your
you.
love?
I want to marry you. I would marry you. I would marry you. And you live in my
Okay,
fucking house.
Ren.
Oh my god. Dream really
Ren,
possessed our
no,
friend
Ren,
just
go
now.
take 5. Go take 5. Ren, go take 5.
This is why Rin can only talk about this when he's drunk.
Go take 5. Go take
Because he gets possessed by a dream
Taking a
a
lap.
lot.
I'm taking a lap. I'm taking a lap.
5. Okay. So I do want to talk about the forever thing because, mind you, he said he gets him forever. He meant forever very literally because dream means most of what he says pretty literally. Can we just point out the
The
fact that
casual nature in which he said that too.
the
Oh
casual
my
nature when
God.
she said that, but can we just point out the fact that the Dream Team house was never supposed to be a forever thing. So how exactly were you going to keep George for?
I'm gonna cry. They can have him for a little bit. I get to have him forever.
Oh wait, it's in here.
Oh, what? I can't see that.
No, it's not. It's just no longer there. I'm just shooting in the walls and then like seeing when I
I
get.
thought that guy was you. It's not you. That guy was not you. Oops.
Oh, it's still.
Oh, I hear it. The slime. Slime's just so glitchy. They fix everything else. Oh, I'm getting hot.
Saw the finish line and they tripped into the revine of internalized homophobia.
Oh my god. It's the fucking internalized homophobia ravine. I'm gonna throw up.
It's so deeply tragic. It's like I don't even know what more to say because we've done the entire outline and we've gotten to the point of DNF is a tragedy. Like it's not. You know what? I'll quickly debunk a lot of people's theories. No, DNF were never secret dating. You're stupid. You're dumb. If that's your interpretation of DNF, those slash serious DNFers are the worst slash serious DNFers because they're stupid and they don't know anything
They
about
don't
DNF.
understand
They don't
Dream
get it
or George on any level.
because how, and especially because it's so stupid because they're secret dating, but also Spotlight, the song where he literally says he wants to put his lover in the spotlight, is about George. Spotlight.
It's really giving that's his code to say that he wishes they could be public, but and it's like what why
What's stopping
wouldn't
them?
they be able to be public? What's stopping them?
They're both
It's actually beneficial for them to be public, actually.
like incredibly beneficial.
Like most of the reason why people think that Dream, not George, Dream is a homophobic piece of shit is because they think that he's queer baiting. If he just says no, we're actually dating, that kind of kills all of that.
Spotlight is not about George. Panic Attack is.
Yup.
Spotlight isn't about anybody. Spotlight is just a pop song. And if you know anything about pop music, you know most of their songs are not about anyone.
I'm willing to bet that Spotlight was like some producers like draft, and that Dream just kind of like elaborated on, so it's not really about anybody. Because some of the lyrics are like,
and also I feel
Lucy
like
and I went through the lyrics. It's like,
it's like, did Drake write this?
no, dead ass. Like no, Lucy like rapped it as if it was a Drake song.
Like
it sounded like a Drake song.
I pulled up a Drake side beat, and it's like,
I'm back.
hello,
I'm back.
welcome back. We're now just debunking wrong theories about DNF, which I feel like is a lighter topic. I already debunked the secret dating one and the Spotlight being about George one, because those are wrong.
Oh yeah, they were never dating. Anyone who thinks they were ever dating, no.
Because you think Dream would let that go?
Well, no, it's
They
not.
were
No,
e-dating.
they were
We
e-dating.
stepped together last night to get our team synergy up. What? He's trying to reheat those nachos, but like
No.
George threw out the. Never mind.
No, he
Dream
still
is
has the
trying-
recipe though. That's fine.
Dream is trying to like go back to what they were, but in a way where it's acceptable to George, and I just don't know how it's gonna end, to be honest.
I don't know. I don't.
I'm trying to kill
This
everybody.
chapter is still being written. I can't.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what is quite happening
I don't
right
know
now.
what other DNF theories that are super wild. The chains
Never
were
had
real. They've never
never
had
had
sex. The chains were real though. It just wasn't. It just y'all overdid the chains. I'm gonna be real. Y'all overdid the chains. Y'all overdid the chains like hell. They were not. No.
They did it casually.
It was
and that
very
part of the
casual.
charm. That was
Exactly.
part of the charm.
Like
It's
y'all.
'cause
It
that's
wasn't.
what
It wasn't like a parallel of like a collar for ownership type thing. It
Or a
was like or like a wedding ring or whatever. It was like, you like this style of chain that I have? Okay, you can have it, and that's it.
And that's even
very
more.
in line.
That's more romantic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very in line with their relationship and like how they were.
the intimacy of a casual gesture is what makes it more romantic, not this grand symbol of whatever the fuck y'all thought it
I think
was.
whatever needs to happen with DNF, George needs to have that awakening within him. But here's the thing. I'm gonna be real. This year is like actually cutoff date for me.
No, yeah, we've talked about
It's because okay, George's Saturn is returning. If you don't know what a Saturn return is, I have a perfect thing that can explain it to you. Ariana Grande Saturn's Turn interlude.
Oh, that's the thing? The song?
So Chapel
Yeah,
Roan wrote "Good Luck,
Oh.
Babe" about DNF.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't hear when you're playing music,
I
Lucy.
know.
That's why I talk over it.
I know.
Can you share a screen so we know when you're playing music?
Hold on. Okay. Yes. So that is your Saturn's return is like this like a pivotal moment in your life. It kind of like hits you over your head and kind of pushes you outside of your wits and outside of your your comfort zone and your knowledge that has been working to get you where you are in life now, and forces you to re-examine everything. So after this year, we're kind of we're cooked. Dream is trying to get George to realize his feelings by saying things, smelling like me, like you always wanted. The breeding joke showed his true wish. No, the breeding joke, that was not a joke. I'll try to have him pregnant next time.
That was a
not a.
Freudian.
That was a Freudian.
No,
He was
and
drunk.
also when he said the breeding part, I mean the dogs. That was a
Yeah, that
Freudian
was a
slip.
Freudian slip.
He was thinking about breeding George in that moment. It's so sad.
It's so sad. It's so sad.
He was.
It's sad how both yearning and diabolically horny Dream is for George.
Well, this is the thing too. Again, debunking one of the claims. They have never had sex because number one, Dream is so ridiculously horny. And I think that if they had sex and he was used to having sex with George, that would calm down in public, okay? Two, because
Would have told it then.
if they had sex, they would just stay in a relationship. Are you playing
The
fucking
heat waves. You fucking freak.
Something's wrong with you.
But those lyrics are DNF. Sometimes I do think about you. Late nights in the middle of June.
What's their name? Dakota fucking cooked.
No,
with the song.
Dakota cooked so bad.
Dakota is treated like the DNF whisperer.
No. Dakota didn't write anything. Apollo possessed Dakota. Apollo possessed them and was like, no, this is what's going to happen.
Because the way Dakota is better than 9.5% of DNF shippers back in the day.
Like, before you could even really say DNF on main.
He always been taking me out. That's why it's so successful, because it was just so real. And it paralleled like DNF success as creators.
Heat waves been faking me out. Can't make
you happy now. I'm gonna throw up.
About you and me.
I guess I want you more than I thought I did.
You just want to let a life than this. You just feel the night transition and you can give it to him.
And this is how trans femme dream would bring about world peace.
June would save DNF.
And by
you can't fight it. You can't breathe. Ah!
You can't breathe when you're not there.
Get in the corner.
What if Dream gets into a relationship with a man? Would that wake George? Okay,
No.
We've talked about this. It could have some positive motion.
It could, but
it's specific though. If Dream got into a relationship with a younger man who looked like George, not just any man,
his own age,
a man his own age, or younger,
more like the substance.
Dream pulls up with a 22-year-old twink.
Like,
don't say anything.
Like the substance, you know. It's like, and it would be just like that. It would look just like that movie.
He's not British this time. He's like fucking French or something.
Oh my god, a French
Oh,
twinkier
Ru-
version of George.
you're doing psychological warfare. I didn't know you were capable of that, Rui.
I contain multitudes.
Dream said to Bad Boy Halo, "I would date George if he was a girl." And years passed, and it switched. Shut up!
He didn't say date. He said marry.
Marry,
Marry.
mind
It's
you,
very important. He said
this
marry.
is before he either realized he was queer or came out. It was before like
Yes.
so like
Yes.
so like if he already said that when he thought he was straight, we can do the transform, like the transient property, like it does still transfer over.
No, he would marry George.
He would marry George.
Like, he said that. He said
He
that.
legitimately considered marrying him to get him a green card.
And beyond that, the thing is with the whole "I would marry George if he was a girl," that is like step one of most people's queer awakening, is having a person where they're like, if you were of the opposite sex, then I would love to do it, but you're not, so I guess I can't.
I'm on a home. This is scary.
I'm like all alone in this like corner. Not the corner that I should be in, and I might die here, but I just want to say DNF is not real, and that's tragic.
DNF should be
Well,
wrong.
DNF would be real in a better life.
DNF is real in an esoteric sense, but not in a real material way.
In the sense of there being romantic, I'm down. Please crouch.
Oh, wait,
Please
I'm
crouch.
trying to play music.
Please crouch.
Please get
crouch.
music within 15 seconds or else I'll die. Thank
Please
you.
like. Please clap. Please clap. Please clap.
It's
No, I'm
just
gonna throw up. I'm tearing up. I'm literally tearing up right now.
because it's
DNF
sad.
could fuck around with other women, but the millisecond dream is with a twink. George's gonna lock in trust.
No.
Okay,
And
Taylor.
also here is why I push for Nazim.
Hence the
No.
Nazim push.
No,
Nas
bring it back.
is a
Because-
younger, prettier twink.
no,
He's not a twink.
no.
He's
That's
like,
not why.
He's like a femme.
No, because Nazim will fuck around with Dream.
He's not a twink.
Nas will fuck around with Dream, but Nas will never be like Nas and Dream
No.
would never date. Like when I
No.
say I ship them, it's not.
Dream is not the kind of dude he was gonna settle down with. He's not the kind of
Exactly.
dude he
And
wants to go
Nas
on
ain't
dates
looking-
with. That's the kind of dude he wants to ruin.
Nas ain't even looking for a date right now, but Nas will realize that like him fucking around, it's like actually damaging him psychologically. He'd be like, okay, I have a friend. No. And his friend would be the most sickening twink you ever found. Like that you could ever found anywhere.
The evilest LA twink.
And this twink will hate George. By the way, this twink will despise George.
And this twink, for the record, would have every right to.
No, right, because
we didn't even talk
you're my
about
nigga?
the fact. We didn't even talk about the fact that back in the day, Dream's real life, like, situationships that he was in situationships
We're not talking
with,
about incorrect. We're not talking about that. Next.
You know what we were gonna say though.
if you know,
If
you
you
know.
know,
If
you
you
know.
know, you know.
If you could follow context clues, just think about that in your head.
No. If you don't know about that, you shouldn't. That's my take.
that's true.
Sorry.
True.
If you don't know, you shouldn't.
then you. Yep. Anyway.
Well, no, not about a situation, but like where the sentence was gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, don't
I mean,
say
it's
about
very
the
obvious.
situation, but just go. You can. You know what?
Like,
No.
don't talk about it. Just think about it in your head.
Yeah, just think about
like
it.
a ration, like a person with thoughts and a brain.
You
in a
can.
sense.
You have the ability to use context clues. You know.
can think about whatever you want. You know what I mean? No one's gonna. Who's gonna jump you?
What's
It's
the
your
There's
brain.
no thought,
What's
please.
the point of going to Switch if we can't talk freely? Here's the thing: we're talking freely, but
This is recorded.
it is recorded, and we're talking freely about people that I wouldn't beat the hell out of if I ever saw in the streets. So, anyways,
It's like if this ever it's like it's about a person where if like
get in the corner. You have
stuck,
such
I'm
bad
sorry.
placement. Like you had such a clear
I do.
opening.
I was talking and I was half paying attention. I'm
We can
sorry.
talk about Bruno. No.
Ruined Rui
Uh,
throw. Ruined Rui
I
throw.
didn't know. I
Yes, you
just
did.
didn't realize it was a zombie round. A giant round.
It
I
doesn't.
haven't played this
It
in so
doesn't even. It doesn't
long.
even matter if there's a giant round. You literally see you're getting
I
swarmed.
haven't
No,
played this in so
it
long.
doesn't
My
matter.
sense
It's
of where,
genuinely
yes, it
movement.
does. Yes, no, it's not movement. I didn't try to get there until I was already swarmed. Like I couldn't. Like I wasn't attempting to. Like that wasn't my goal. I was just like moving around trying to shoot them. Like I just forgot that was a strat because I haven't played it in so long.
We used the strat earlier.
Not, I didn't stay in that corner though. I forgot like you're supposed to stay in a corner. I just kind of went there occasionally. Also, you had to tell me. I did forget. I didn't realize it.
Anyways, fuck
Don't
you.
yell at me on stream anymore. It fucks me up. Stop it.
Well, I can't say you threw when you threw out when you throw.
I
What?
didn't throw.
You objectively did throw. Even no,
God.
Ren.
What?
What is throwing if not resulting in us losing? Even if it's like, oh, I didn't mean to and I forgot the shred. Forgetting the shred is throwing. You admitted to throwing.
That is throwing. to be
You
fair.
admitted to throwing.
If you lost but you put up a good fight, then that's not throwing. But if you
I
forgot
did
the
put up a
strat,
good fight.
if you forgot the strat, ruined Rui. You forgot the strat.
Okay, I gotta go to bed, chat. Watch yourselves. Okay,
We're down a moderator.
prove
Oh,
that
fuck.
they can't move on if they are still as close as they. Okay,
They're living together.
They're living
That's
together.
the fucking
That's the
problem. They're
problem.
living together.
That's a-
Again,
Oh
because-
no,
the spirit of
it was in
dream.
response to a chat, and I read the chat. Like, wow.
The spirit
The
of dream is
Hashimoji.
possessing me. He's in my house.
The one
He's in the
situationship that
motherfucking
came up.
walls.
Yeah, they were ignored for. Yeah, that one. Mwah. Anyways,
He's in my fucking house, you guys.
I
My
went
queer
through.
make
I went through
awakening.
my favorite and I
Fucking
saw that one video, the cooking stream of George wiping George's face and talking to him off camera. The
Stop.
the DNF gingerboard houses, gingerbread houses.
Gingerboard.
Get bored.
Unmuting to say ginger board.
Add that to the soundboard. The gingerboard soundboard.
The soundboard.
The ginger soundboard.
No, the way that dream was like, there's more empty space by George, and then proceeded to
It
go
just wasn't.
clear
To clear
half
the
the counter
space.
off.
Like, huh?
He had such a big crush. It was crazy.
Oh God, he was
He
fucking
still
in love
has
with him.
it.
He's
And
in love
even
with
in
him.
the most recent Titan video, they're like, yeah, and Satnav's like, can you hurry up? Can you guys hurry up?
And like, was it this morning's space when Dream was like, George is fucking with me. Oh, I see your shadow. Wait, it's my shadow. Oh my god.
And he kept coming back to mess with him more. And he was like, I know it's George because Sapnap wouldn't put in this much effort. I know it's George. It has to be George. George, and it's like, are you in here? Stop trying to scare me. As if this just happens all the time. Let me know. We can both be. Also, by the way, I'm playing another DNF coded album. Just let me know. Let me know. Just let me know.
They were asking what streamer he would date, and Dream was like, "Are you okay with it?"
And the answer was no. And the answer was no.
Tommy in it has written DNF fanfiction, by the way.
Yeah.
Which pulls the Rin Micah DNF parallels with me very closely again. Very nice. Very nice.
Lucy
No.
is so good for writing fanfics about her friends' relationships. It's kind of
Okay, because here's the thing. This is kind of unrelated, but it is related. At my core, I'm always right about Tommy in it.
Fujo? Oh.
At my core, I'm a Fujo and a Himadashi, and I'm always right about Tommy in it because at my core, we are very similar people. I'm just more well-adjusted than he is. Like, I have a support system.
Ren and Lucy is this duo if both
Oh
were
my
healthy.
God, wait.
It
Oh my God,
literally
wait.
is.
No, that's true. That's actually true. Like dead ass, that's true.
No, I rebuke this.
No,
No,
I'm
Don't
that
make
sorry,
me
it's true.
George.
Well,
Well,
yes, we already
Well, we
covered
already
that.
knew.
George, if he were healthy and
And
it's
locked
like I
in.
don't and locked the hell
No.
in. See,
No,
this
we
is a
already
reaction
expressed.
George would have.
This
I'm
is the
sorry.
reaction
No,
that
it isn't.
George would
Okay.
have.
George would reject this. This is yes. You're confirming this by
Okay. No,
rejecting
y'all
it.
are just okay.
You're caught in a
The DNF
bind. You're
edit
caught
in
in a
his
catch
history,
22.
Same
even when he
thing.
was
No
hating
matter what
Dream,
I
he
say,
still
you're gonna be
loved
like, you
DNF.
didn't say that.
Even that little voice you did, that's a Georgism. I'm sorry,
What the
you're not
fuck?
beating the
Shut up.
Also,
allegations.
even the way you
Shut
talk about
up.
your interest is very
No, it is not.
Your mic is shit, by the way, sweetheart.
Oh, I can't open the thing.
brokey.
No, it is not.
There we go.
No, it.
Hi, baby.
Oh.
No, it is not. I refuse.
I look at my friend's eyes and I see what DNF should have been.
No.
Someone just thought,
No.
Micah, that you're Leah.
Ew.
See, this ew. Whoa! Whoa!
Hey, for the record, I'm not calling Leah Ironite, sweetheart. For the record.
Mind you, all the haters will be less miserable if DNF was actually. Mind you, DNF would be the it couple of MCYT. George would have never lost his status as the princess of MCYT. This duo would still be healthy. The DSMP season 2 would have launched all of DNF was real.
No, we would have achieved world peace. I don't think Trump would have become president.
No, actually, deadass, I don't believe that. I think he wouldn't have become president because I genuinely think because here's the thing. It's not just DNF. It's what I could do with DNF being real. Because I would immediately be like, oh, you're attacking a queer couple? Oh, is that what you're doing? We
Which
would
means-
outwoke them. We would
that means Dream would have remained woke.
exactly. And
I'm
Dream
realizing Leah has a very common voice.
Well-
Sorry.
Okay, well, if people mistake you for them,
Well, yes. Anyways, my bad. Go back to your DNF crash outs.
he lives in my fucking house. He lives in my house.
Is there any more DNF theories that are just really outlandish and untrue? They haven't fucked. There was no secret relationship.
Chains were not like a major
The
thing.
chains were not a major thing. Spotlight isn't about him. Panic Attack is, however, about him.
Yes. And
Can
Dream
we-
definitely
Can we
had
talk
multiple
about Bedgate?
over George.
Oh, Bedgate was when like George's bed broke and he used Dream's bed. I think he just used Dream's mattress. I don't know if that's like a thing.
Dream has just
It's
extra
like
shit
it's like
laying
similar
around.
level to the chains thing.
And the
Yeah.
Snapchat Kissgate, the Snapchat kiss was again.
Kiss on the
Wasn't that in 2023? Wasn't that in 2023?
Yeah, I think so. It was
That-
like
yeah,
soon
that
after
was- that
high
was the-
school.
That was the testing the waters. Still, they were still testing the waters.
Yeah.
It didn't really mean much. It was really playful.
Yeah. Like we're both drunk.
Oh, that was just bad.
Anything past face reveal, I don't understand the reference to. I'm not gonna lie.
Bedgate was when they were in LA.
That's okay.
I still wonder,
LA.
I still wonder what the whole Planet in Your Eyes poem thing was all about.
He means we.
What do you mean what the Planet in Your Eyes thing was about?
The Planet in Your Eyes
was
poem.
It was
it
not
was
about
love-
George.
it
It
was
was
a
not
love
about.
song.
It was not about George.
It was not about George and it was not good.
It was
for the
not
record.
good. It's a very bad poem.
And because it was bad, it's not about anyone. Like
Yeah,
if those
he
are real
just-
feelings I had for a person, it would not have been written that poorly.
Exactly.
It's about the hypothetical ideal of having someone like that.
Exactly.
But like,
And notice-
it's inarticulate because he just can't put it
No,
into words.
let me connect it to DNF because he used she/her pronouns in it. So it was him attempting to like put himself in a mindset of like contemplating love for a woman, aka not George.
And it's shit from a butt.
And it was
So-
fucking bad because he couldn't let it go.
The
He
concert
can't. He
thing.
can't
The concert thing
Boo
where he
at
was
that
talking
point.
about being in love with someone as a person he just met at his last concert.
Oh, that
Concert era DNFisms were very strong. I will say that.
no. Let me. I have the speech like memorized. He was like, "This song is about meeting someone for the first time and just falling completely in love with who they are as a person." That was about George. Yes,
Yes, and
absolutely.
can
Yes.
and I will say something. George was fine with that because it wasn't them. That it wasn't DNF. It was groupie AU DNF. George was being a groupie during the tour era. He was in
Yeah,
his
that's why he was filming him like that and like
exactly.
easy, like because he was again that became like a fantasy for him because Dream was on stage and not right next to him.
He
No,
said it's
that
an
so
old
he could.
poem. He said it's an old poem. I don't remember that. Let's look it
George
up.
is okay being romantic to content creator Dream.
Exactly.
George is not okay being romantic to Dream.
Clay.
No, he.
Clay.
Wait,
I was gonna say it,
it's
but
he's
Clay
I heard it in my
Dream.
head and I cringed.
Clay the human.
Clay the human.
Clay the human.
Exclamation point Clay.
His dead name.
Her dead name.
Her dead name.
Her dead name.
Estrogen will save her.
My bad.
Estrogen will
That is
save
another
DNF.
thing. Someone was like, "What would Dream's name be as transcend Dream?"
Dream.
Deadass Dream. It would just be a
Dream's
legal
already
change.
said that Dream is as much as his name as Clay is.
He used
called
his
he
chosen
would just
name.
drop Clay,
He used
and she'd be Dream. Imagine the rebrand he's talking about is him transitioning.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Don't get my hopes up.
Don't. I'll do insane
get our
things.
hopes up.
I'll do insane things. Rudy, do you want me
I'll
insane?
do insane things. If Dream becomes a woman, it's gonna be a problem for everybody involved.
Bro.
What?
Because you know,
I don't even
Micah,
want
you
that.
always said that you don't
No,
like
what's wrong with you? Oh my god, you pissed me off.
What?
Dream legally changes his name to Dream. That would be
I didn't
epic.
even get to roll any. Oh my god.
Okay,
whatever.
I bought it. I bought the area, so
That's fucked up
sucks
and
to suck.
greedy.
I am greedy.
I never do that to you. That's fucked up and
because
greedy.
you can't. Because I'm a faster clicker than you. You actually can't do it.
I choose not to. I don't try to spam it when I did
even
it first.
even if you were to attempt,
I'm
it would
a
not
kind
be.
and courteous person.
I don't give a fuck. This is the zombie
See,
apocalypse.
chat,
Every man for themselves.
it's actually an alien invasion. Please get it right.
Okay, every man for themselves.
I'm not a man, so
Every bitch
and
for
neither
themselves.
are you. So
every bitch for themselves.
What is this
I know
life
you
or
are. What
death
am I?
scenario y'all are in right now?
I don't know.
We're playing a game right now
Daydream is
where
real
we're dying.
and will be real. Exactly.
What game?
We're playing Hypixel
Zombies on stream.
Well, I don't have I don't have a Twitch. I'm not watching your stream.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
He's commenting out of
listening like it's a
context.
podcast.
In the recent streams, video.
I mean, it's basically a podcast. Just
Okay, I know y'all said it did not mean anything, but Snapchat Kissgate, was it like a prank, a lost bet, or did that's like, let's see how people react to that?
I think they were just drunk and being silly.
Were just drunk and being silly, yeah. And maybe a little bit like the post was like, yeah, let's see how let's drive them crazy.
This would be so awesome.
Because DNF do enjoy the attention as well. Like at their core, they're attention whores, and they use their relationship
the attention makes it not real for.
I was about to say that, sweetheart.
I'm doing this for the bit.
I'm doing it for the content.
It's not going to the audience. It's not for a bit. So then it's real.
Absolutely.
That time on the Trainwrecks podcast in the Faces era when he read out a DNF smut fake and George and Dream are both laughing and blushing about it. Oh my god.
You know what's crazy? Now that I said that, that makes the hoodie incident even crazier.
Because it was all for the audience. That was just for them. That was for them.
Oh my gosh. I need to sit
that's
down.
why I was like,
that's insane. They're insane.
I need to spread the word. that cringe Discord screenshot. I need to spread the word.
Which is why George hangs out with Sapnap.
Oh, we're talking about Discord screenshots. George is mine.
Y'all notice that Sapnap has been reacting to DNF the same way he used to react to DNF?
I'm gonna stop.
Like old
No,
DNF.
like he's brought
in
it.
a way where it's no longer like y'all need to get together. Now it's like
Like,
stop.
okay, fucking stop. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
He's
because
sick
he
of them.
knows. You know,
And then I don't blame him. I'd be sick too.
I'd be sick too.
No, because
Like,
here's the
I
thing.
would be sick because they didn't get together for real. It's like, okay,
No,
so
exactly.
like fucking stop.
Because
and Dream is still clearly a dog following a steak.
part of it is he's Satnap also has alternative motives to hang out with George, because when he's hanging out with George, he is going to he's trying to push him in the direction. He's trying to gently guide him, and George is like, no, I'm not moving, I'm not budging.
DNF not being real is a recession indicator.
No, right.
I just see
DNF
just
not
like,
being
you're tearing this family
DNF not
apart.
being real was the first indicator that Trump was going to win the election.
You're right.
That's true.
Oh my God.
That's true. That's true.
Them and that damn Christmas stream.
Shut
and you know what I'm
Shut up!
That was flirting, by the way.
Well, yeah.
Getting him that Trump flag was pure flirting.
It was.
And the fact that it's used against them when they were just being gay.
It was like, isn't this ironic?
Hey, isn't it funny? I gave a British man a flag of an American like politician who is evil.
A
I'm accused of supporting. Isn't it
British
funny?
man, mind
Isn't
you.
it funny? Haha. And then they burnt it. I still think they should have posted a video of them burning it.
Yeah, they should have, because then we could quote retweet every bitch who
That would be
parades that
such
on
a
Twitter.
Wait,
so
low
mad.
key, he still can just buy another one.
You could. You
He'll
could.
get got.
I don't
Okay.
give a
The
fuck.
$2
Burn
he
it.
spends, they'll be like, these $2 you've spent.
No, he just recorded himself like driving to like a random like Florida home, stealing it
Snatching
from
one.
someone's porch,
There's a
then burning
link
it.
there. He could probably go to
He
his
can go
neighbor's
to
house
his
and ask
he can
them.
go to his family's house or whatever. He didn't give a fuck.
The issue is that then
He's a Floridian. You know he has.
No, because
Trumpy
then the
family.
neo-libs would get him. They
would dead ass.
I
I'm
mean-
serious. They would get him arrested. Like they would file a police report
like-
for theft.
Like, how dare you desecrate a flag? How dare you defile property?
It's really evil. The things we talked about have just all been evil.
Yeah. Like kind of supernatural fandom, people joke about the main speculated ship being confirmed caused Trump to lose. All we needed was DNF to change the trajectory of the election.
No, exactly.
Don't look me in the eyes and compare DNF to Destiel. Don't do that to me. Because you know what happened? You know what happened when Destiel
confession in Spanish.
One of them went to super hell and the other fucking died on a rusty nail. That's what happened.
DNF.
Well, that's
no.
That probably is what will happen too. Like Dream's luck. Dream's luck is so bad. Like, what do you mean he spilt water on his computer right when he's like starting getting active again?
Like he didn't even drop it from it. He caught it, but the water spilled anyway. Like, why is the cup so full next to your computer, Dream? That's kind of your fault a little bit.
Don't blame my Drew.
Dream is in super hell.
No, this is his super hell.
The past, like his whole career has been super hell because he's tasted the heights of like famous success.
The epic highs and lows of American high school football.
But he's never enjoyed the public reception ever in his whole career.
Living in his house, I'm typing this as I'm saying it. George living in his house is super hell, for the record. Again, I am possessed by the spirit of Dream, okay? He lives within me, all right? This man is in my house. He was just using my shower several days ago.
I can hear him gurgling and gagging a little bit on the toilet. That should be my...
The toilet?
Why is he gurgling and gagging on the toilet?
Gagging on the toilet?
Hello?
You see, I'm more embarrassed by this because I just revealed something about myself by accident that I didn't mean to.
What the fuck do you mean?
No one asked what. No one say why.
God.
We move swiftly along because I don't want to know.
We usher the kids away. We covered our eyes.
No, because I didn't.
Don't look, honey, don't look.
I'm taking the car out of park. We're reversing out. We're pulling out of the driveway. Let's go. Hit the road.
I can't type. I'm trying to send a
He's
message on
gagging
Discord,
on his toothbrush, and
it's awakening something.
it's awakening something, and it's
It's already awake, mind you. It's just becoming extra awake.
oh my god.
This poor man. Look, he's in
I can't
super
wait to
hell.
move to Ren and then just have the conversation of, but we're just friends though.
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh my
god. Oh my
god.
god. Oh my
You want
god.
to kill our friend? What the fuck? That's my friend right there.
No,
Don't
because again,
murder like
Trying to
this.
use George logic. George logic is so ridiculous.
okay, you know what's crazy is
the way
that
you said ridiculous
Micah
was so George coded.
Micah decided to move to me to where I live
Move.
before we were dating. Okay,
Oh, don't pull that.
and then
As if
what do
you
you mean
weren't
pull
pulling to the
that?
side of the road on a casual weekday. Like, you should move here. You should move to me.
I did do that,
I'm
and
gonna
you
die.
say that like it's a gotcha. I'm proud of that. I did that.
Bro
Okay,
would put that on his like bio if he could.
yeah.
Oh.
Ask
My
girlfriend to
fucking
move
game
to me
is
before we even
unmatched.
started dating.
My game is
Next
unmatched. I got
accomplishment.
you to move
Let's move
states
to a different map. Alien Arcadium is
Okay.
not doing it to us.
before we were dating. Okay, so this is similar to DNF. All right, once again, the Ren
Oh,
cut
don't.
and DNF similarities are there. Okay, the difference is where was I going with this? Hold on.
We locked
Mhm.
in.
We locked in is the
I want to
difference
do
at the end of
parkour.
the
Actually,
day.
I've decided
I
for a
locked
little bit.
in.
Oh, okay. I was doing parkour earlier.
But
I'm a go-getter.
isn't the stair video them walking down the
Not like
stair
George.
from the movie?
What do you mean you're a go-getter? You were gonna move to me without us dating. I'm the one who said we should date.
I'm the one who said, hey, I like you.
No.
That's true. You did do that.
No, here's the thing though, but that's less gaggy than getting someone to move states. It's
Before
less
you're dating.
before you're dating. Like that's so gaggy.
Yeah, I did that.
Oh my god. Where were we in the conversation?
I'm just thinking about the similarities. Again, we are
No,
DNF
because
and
I can feel your ego inflating. I can feel it.
The Minecraft movie they watched today, there's a stair video? Wait, this is new lore?
There's new
What
lore?
the fuck?
Where?
And it looks like Jim
Stair
has his hand
video.
around George in the Minecraft movie they watched today.
What?
Jaw drop. Hold on. I'm investigating.
Find it
Investigate
and then
it.
stream it so I can see.
Wait, what? I just completely checked out.
There's
Huh?
a stair video. Are you lying to me, Chatter? Is there a video of them walking out of the
No, there
them
is.
walking
I
together
thought I
while George
tweeted
waited for
it.
Jim to start walking?
I thought I tweeted it. I think I tweeted the wrong one on accident. Hold on. It's on GNF updates. There's so many fucking
Oh.
I
GNF
can't even
updates.
parkour in these
DNF
conditions.
updates?
Here we go. I'll send
I
it.
That's a
can't do it.
thing still?
Yeah.
It is. It exists. I tweeted the wrong one. That's my bad. That's my bad
Hold
for
on.
you.
Oh.
Let me go look at this.
I sent it.
Okay, here we go. What is this?
It's so loud.
Where is it?
I sent it on Twitter.
Second.
Oh.
Hold
Oh
on.
my god, I need to have like a frame by frame analysis. I can't see shit.
I will pull it up.
It's so dark.
On hold on, I'm pulling it. Love this fish. Set up, Elise. I need you to be quiet for me for a second, baby. I'm sorry, this is really serious.
I just tweeted it. Why the fuck is it not? Okay, this is just broken. All right, fuck
They're
it.
not even near each other.
Enough updates.
Wait,
Hello,
no, that's
friends.
Sapnap at the bottom.
Turn the exposure up frame by frame
Hold
to get
on.
an answer.
Shush.
Oh.
Okay. This one. It's this one, right?
Yeah.
No,
I also just quote retweeted it.
No.
His hand's on the rail.
His
It's not on George.
his hand is on the rail.
Yeah, it's not on George. Now, is George in front of his arm? Yes.
Is he in
But his
distance,
hand
and
is on the
is it a
rail.
little bit crazy? I zoomed in and put.
He is really close to
Let's.
him walking down the stairs.
Oh wait, hold on.
Chat.
This
I
zoomed
decided to.
in brightness up. Hold on.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
wait. Let me see.
It's in chat.
I
The
need a
link.
frame by
The
frame.
link is in chat.
I don't have a Twitch. Can someone send the link in Discord?
There may. Okay, no. Okay, no.
It's
I don't think
not.
so.
I don't think it is. I don't think
I
it.
think I see his right arm go back.
Yeah, I do as well. And also, even if it was, this wouldn't even be a DNF moment for me because it would break my heart more because George then walks ahead of him. Anyway, so like actually for my sanity, he didn't even
Can't be a
try.
DNF
He
moment.
didn't even
It can't
try.
be a
For my
DNF moment.
he waits for him. That doesn't
Oh
mean
my
shit to me.
god, my stomach hurt because I just remembered a moment where Dream reached out to George and George went like didn't. I'm putting my face.
I feel sick. I couldn't
I
sleep,
feel
so I
sick. I
decided
feel sick.
I couldn't sleep, so I decided to channel my inner DNF, and I came back to call instead.
I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm
And this is
sick.
the treatment I get. This is what I met with.
No, I'm actually just like.
He waits for him to then walk away from him.
So actually, now
The
that you
yelling
said
is
wait,
no,
now that you said
oh
wait
my
for
gosh,
me, now that
no.
you said it, basically what happened is George turned around. Like that's what happened. Wait, not George. Just cut the camera.
Not George, it's Orpheus.
Cut the cameras.
Wait for
It's
me.
I'm
I'm
coming.
coming.
Wait
Wait,
for
I'm
me.
I'm
Willing.
with
coming.
you. Wait
Wait
for
for
me.
me.
I'm coming too.
I'm
I'm coming
coming
too.
to.
I'm
Bring it up,
coming,
bring it up.
wait for me. I hear the walls
Peter.
repeating.
The falling of our feet and it sounds
It
like
sounds like
drumming.
drumming.
And we are not alone. I hear the rocks and stones echoing
Echoing
our
our song.
song. I'm
I'm coming.
coming.
And then
I
I
love
kill
Hades
myself.
Town, guys.
And then I kill myself.
I'm still not over Dream. Like
I'm doing the Cynthia Erivo gif of the concept of
Gif.
DNF Orpheus Eurydice. Shut up. DNF Orpheus Eurydice, but George is Orpheus and Dream is Eurydice.
and this
because
aligns with the
he would forgive him
transition.
for turning around.
And this does align with the transition that needs to happen.
I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna puke. Dream would be the immediate forgiveness of Eurydice. Wait, that is Dream. Oh my god.
Anyways, anywho, chat.
And George would
We
have the
can't.
dreadful need and
No, 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 no,
devotee
no,
that
no. We
made him
can't. We
turn
can't. We
around.
can't stop. We can't stay here. We have to move on.
I have to move on. I have to move on. It's
Where the
too
fuck
sad.
do I go with this show? Oh, I have to land on the wall.
I
can't quote
How did I
Hosier about
fall?
DNF. It's just too far.
I feel sick.
You
Guys.
We're uncovering layers of DNF that make me more and more
No,
more
because
and more
this is why
violent.
it's been forbidden. Like we can't talk about it. It's not allowed. It's banned.
No, because
I don't know
I
about
couldn't
y'all, but I'm
sleep.
chilling.
I couldn't
To
sleep.
love
So
is
I
to
came
turn
back,
around. Well,
and
good
this
for
is
you,
the
Micah.
treatment I
Oh, mind
get.
you, you're
You're
chilling.
chilling.
You're chilling. So is George. So how about that? Thank you for affirming it. Thank you.
That makes me feel worse that you're chilling. Actually, it makes me think about George and how he's nonchalant.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Yeah, yeah. So now,
See, the thing is,
what?
I would never.
Reading yourself. And
I
you know
would
what? No.
never.
You can't even say you would never. You can't even say you would never. Because if we
What do you
didn't,
mean I can't even say I would never?
you didn't. You didn't. But you can't say you would never.
No, I can say I would never. I would never.
You okay? I don't think you would live with them. But cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. We gotta move on. I can't do this anymore. I'm in the moment.
I don't want to sleep on the couch, so I'm gonna hold my tongue.
You better.
Anyways,
I locked in. George could never
no,
relate.
no.
He could never.
Well,
Ren,
well,
care to add? Comments?
no,
Okay
no.
then.
No, just looking chat.
I can't see chat.
No, not in art in Unreal. Look in Unreal.
Unreal on Earth.
No, because you just had somebody else in your corner.
Pan did what Sapnap couldn't.
No, exactly.
That's so true.
That's crazy. Crazy work.
And
I
listen,
hate the implication that in this parallel, Pan is Sapnap. And they're both in tech.
they are. Here's the thing: we do just have so many
Reach
parallels.
the stream. Wait.
Guys.
Home. And Rui is Tubbo.
Rui is Rui. You have to.
Was Tubbo?
You are Tubbo, by the way.
Oh, I guess in the Klingon duo, I guess.
Yes.
I am Tubbo if he was actually smart.
Yes,
so
you are
actually,
Tubbo.
No, exactly.
No, because
intelligent, more talented.
here's the thing.
See, Rui, it doesn't feel great, huh? It doesn't feel great.
But notice how Rui accepted
I'm accepting it. No, listen, I'm Tubbo if Tubbo was more talented, more woke, prettier,
Okay,
black.
then I'm George if he wasn't a pussy.
We literally said you were George if he didn't fumble.
Yeah,
and
you're better George. You're George if you was well adjusted and didn't fumble.
Listen,
That's true.
listen. Tommy Innit could never pull off the nagging voice pushing them the way I pulled it off.
Harder.
I fear who I would be in this situation.
Who are you?
Because
Rui is anti-Tubbo because Rui never crashed out on anyone more than Tubbo. That's
hold
true.
on.
Wait, that is true.
No, that's why Rui is
in a
Tubbo.
specific way.
Because
Wait,
Rui sees himself in Tubbo.
looking gatekeep. Coco.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why
would
you say that? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Why would
You
you say
pulled that
that?
out the archive.
Would you say that?
Wait. I was
Why
looking
would
back
you
frame
say
by
that?
frame in the stairs video. The contrast way up, then it turns dark. When it turns dark, you see Dream move his hand to George's side near his arm for a split second. Then retracts almost out of it. I'm gonna stop reading. Stop.
Can
Blaze is
someone
gone.
stream the stream?
Stay
What are the
gone.
gremlins saying?
Shut up.
You can open. You don't need a Twitch account to look at Twitch chat. You can open it.
Wait, really? Wait, how?
Yeah, you just twitch.tv. So I do this for you. I mean to you. Actually, I'm gonna put the link in.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is why people are insane around here. And listen, I don't blame. Here's the thing, I don't blame anyone for being insane about DNF. You can't blame anyone. Like anyone with eyes, ears, and a functioning brain is insane about DNF.
Because it is a tragedy. It's dead ass like a
so
Greek
tragic.
tragedy. Like the definition of like a Greek tragedy is DNF, as far as I'm concerned.
Is it Greek or the Shakespearean? What's the difference?
Greek.
Hmm.
Because no matter what they do to try to make it work, it won't, because it's fated.
Hmm.
More specifically, Dream. Whatever Dream tries to do.
Dream has some weird energy around him. He's so lucky, but also so unlucky.
Dream is cursed by a coven of witches. I genuinely believe this in my heart of hearts. Here's the thing. No, Slash Jin serious last night, like right before he was doing his face. Right before he started his face. I could not sleep, and the only thing that was on my mind was I should do a protection working for Dream. So I started doing this working, right? Okay, here's the thing. I have been practicing for it's been 5 years now. For 5 years. It's
his whole career.
Like his entire career. It's a very simple protection spell. Or it's pretty simple for a protection spell, right? I didn't go too elaborate. It's like 2 candles, it's like a pillar and a tea light, it's some herbs, it's not doing too much. My chest hurt. Like my entire chest is hurting, and like I feel so tense. And I'm like, mind you, I'm calling on to multiple outside sources. I'm calling on to the flame. I'm calling on. I have a bowl of water with me, so I'm channeling different like methods, like different like pools of energy. So it's not just like it's pulling on my energy and it's draining it because I'm tired or whatever. I'm also at this point channeling multiple gods as well, and I'm like, why is my chest hurting? Hold on. So, but I keep going because obviously, because listen, if you're a
Lock into that
beginner,
white man.
you gotta lock in. If you're a beginner, I don't recommend locking in when you feel like energy because like that because I do recommend backing out and like trying it from a different approach. But I know what I'm doing. So I lock in. I start praying to Apollo. The second I do, that chest, the tightness in my chest, it starts dissipating. When I tell y'all, I genuinely believe, in my heart of hearts, that Dream is cursed by at least three witches, if not a coven.
You know what I think?
Oh my god!
Lucy?
Or it's like a natural consequence of him being like Apollo's like favored whatever,
I
because
was
a lot
about
of
to
other Apollo's
say.
myths of his love and romance ends in failure and doom.
Oh.
No, but that's what I always
Oh.
said is that I think Dream was at his birth. Someone came to his birth, like his christening, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And normally when you go to someone's christening, you bring them gifts, okay? And like in fairy tales and stuff,
They
like
Sleeping Beauty his ass.
like
Yeah, I was gonna
Sleeping
say,
Beauty.
so he's Aurora?
Yeah, so like a witch or like some sort of powerful spiritual entity will come and be like, and I will bless him with love that never dies. And that actually is a curse.
Oh. Okay.
Stop. Why would you say
Wait,
it like that?
doesn't
My
Aurora mean
Sad.
like
my feelings, and this is coming from someone as a Hellenic polytheist. So that's somebody
No
who
way you got a
worships,
baby ass.
who like is a practitioner of ancient Greek religion.
Mm-hmm.
And as somebody who is an aspiring classicist applying for classics courses at the minute, um, and so does have a fair bit of knowledge on this.
I can
Okay.
see your glasses and I can see you pushing them up,
Like,
ready to
Yes,
nerd the fuck out.
it is my
Jesus,
belief.
Jesus.
It is my belief. He is favored by one of the gods, and as a result, is disfavored by another one of the
wait, you
gods.
know what? Wait,
Two gods are
wait.
arguing
I have
over
a
who is
question.
the win.
I have a question. I've heard this. Don't Poseidon and Apollo have a bit of a tumultuous relationship
Um,
in certain myths?
kind of. So a lot of that actually stems from okay, that like is in very specific mythology,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not really actually so much them as deities that are worshipped that do.
Mm-hmm.
It was within specific mythology surrounding specific wars. They were on different sides for different reasons, and both felt dishonored by the opposite
Okay, so what you're telling
side.
me is that Apollo's son keeps trying to knock on Poseidon's door, and Poseidon is like, "Nigga, leave me the hell alone." Like he's like, "Go, go."
It is entirely possible.
He's
During
like,
his
"Get out."
Obama says during his birth there is a major celestial event going on. The Perseid meteor shower was at its peak. Whoa.
Oh.
And
Bruh.
Perseid is
Wait, the
derived
Perseid?
from
The
Perseid
Perseid?
is derived from Perseidai, the sons of Perseus in Greek mythology.
Bruh.
Bruh.
It
Bruh.
all comes
To,
it all comes full circle.
I've
to
done
the
tarot.
person who
And you know what his favorite book series was? Percy Jackson. It's wow, it was fated. He had no choice.
Fucking like what is that? National treasure ass music starts playing.
to the
Nicholas
person to the
Cage.
person to the person who suggested George not found as a son of Aphrodite, I am calling you incorrect for a very specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
If we are going down the love side of things, more accurately, he would be son of Eros.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would also make an argument for Hermes or even actually Apollo, in that were like within ancient Greek religion,
Mm-hmm.
Thousands of
they were
stars fell for
frequently
him. Oh
worshipped
my
as
god.
being gods depicting male youth and male beauty
Mm-hmm.
in youth.
No.
Snap is
Me and
not
Lucy have had
wearing.
in-depth conversations
Snap
about it
is the
before.
child of Nike,
Also,
motherfucker.
can we just? I'm low key in my head. I've kind of deaded the entirety of George demigod like conversations because he is so obviously a nymph to me at this point.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like he's nymph down.
Like
I agree.
if
And
we
he has
have
a
to
complex
assign
He's
about
him,
it,
such a fake
anyways.
creature.
He's such a fake
if
creature. Like
he
he makes people like he makes people mad and he doesn't understand why. And like I'm not saying mad in the sense of anger. I'm saying like mad in the sense of insane. Like he just brings like this chaotic force around him and he
British
just doesn't
twink mind
understand.
control.
British, like oh my gosh.
Also, George is somewhat socially inept in a lot of moments, so I don't know about that.
That's why he's a nymph.
In
He
my
doesn't understand.
yes,
Holy fuck.
it's his first life.
Wait, hold on.
No,
Black people.
as a human, he's been a nymph for this whole
Black
time.
people look at me. Black people look at me.
Mhm.
DNF would be so
Mhm.
much worse if Dream was black.
Oh my
The
god.
Snow Bunny mind control. The
Snow
Snow Bunny mind control. Oh,
He's white and he still has
we
so
would
many.
we would have lost the brother. We would have lost one.
He would have lost one bad. He would have given him his entire life savings.
to
Like
the person who said
Dream has
Helen of
no money
Troy,
right now,
to the
actually. This is
person who said
crazy.
Helen of Troy, to the person who said Helen of Troy, let me make it very clear. I am a purist about this. You will call her Helen of Sparta in my presence.
wait, hold
That's
on.
funny.
How do I
I
ban
am
phrase? How do
pretentious.
I brand phrases in my chat?
Ban phrases, ban Helen of
You're
Troy.
gonna ban Helen of
Yes.
Troy.
Yes.
I
I can do
appreciate
it. I'm in mod view. I can do it.
And even more accurately,
No, you're done.
he
You're done.
Cutting you off.
I'm cutting you off.
We're
Okay.
doing this one thing for you, and then
That's
I
enough.
appreciate it.
yes,
Doc-
that's
No, I
enough.
appreciate
That's
it.
enough.
Dr. Umar would have like quote retweeted Dream. No, Dr. Umar would have pulled up a picture of face reveal Dream and would have been like, "This nigga is crazy. This is what my brothers don't understand. This is what my brothers don't
Brothers and
understand.
sisters,
Brothers and sisters,
gather around.
gather
brothers and
around. You
sisters.
don't understand.
I
This
want to
We're gonna
quote
pray
a
for a fallen
specific
brother.
quote,
We're gonna pray for a fallen brother.
but you know I can't. The chip would activate.
the
Chip will
Oh.
It only
activate.
takes a little bit of white brainwashing,
the
and then chip
the
activates.
and the average and
And the average.
And listen, I would have to retweet Dr. Umar that day. I would have to retweet Dr. Umar that day.
Liked, retweeted, screenshotted, sent to every GC.
Like it would have been crazy. What I would have to do.
You'd have to space, put it on the jumbotron, print it out.
I would have
Actually,
to. I
hang it
would
on
have
your
to.
wall. Why not?
I would retweet him while arguing with him in the comments, mind you.
Period. As you should.
Guys, I know we're more than DNF right now, but I have an update on the Crush Them. No. We want the Crush Them dude updates. Come on, Nova, give us the updates.
Nova!
We need
For those of you who weren't here,
Wait, what?
give the recap, Lucy.
For
For
those
those
of you
who
who
weren't
weren't
here.
here, last stream we did a little advice section, and Nova has a crush on this dude that this guy, that and they were buying that he was buying coffee and all that. Like it's so amazing. So we need these updates,
Ooh, coffee dates. That's how you know it's serious.
right?
Listen, if we can't have DNF, at least we have Nova and the guy from the class.
Right.
Oh.
If we
Tell me what Nova says, because I closed the stream on Safari because that was a hellscape layout. I ain't doing all that.
Okay. We're waiting. They're typing.
Okay. Nova, no pressure. Type faster.
So like
Oh my God.
Nova said, so like 2 days ago we were sitting outside in the grass just talking. He was like, "Do you want something do you want something too? I'm going to the cafe. And I was like, no, this time I'm going to pay. And he started fighting me about it. So I saw the opportunity and said, well, you have to let me, but you buy you dinner. He went silent for so long. I was fucking dying. Then he said, dinner where? Yeah, we're getting dinner on Saturday. Oh,
Oh my god!
first day.
Whoa!
Whoa, Rand's advice went crazy.
What are you
I
wearing?
know what I'm talking about.
Wait,
Wait, this was you? Of course, this was you.
What are you wearing? I need a description of your outfit. Do you have it planned out?
Wait, that's crazy. Not him going silent.
Like
You
you
gotta bring
gagged
props.
him. Like you
was
gagged him.
He
Guys-
was flustered. He was blushing.
Guys, I don't know if he thinks it's a romantic thing. I don't
He
know.
does.
Nova, I'm gonna hold your hands
He
very
does.
gently. A nigga not going to take a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman out to dinner without it being romantic. I'm sorry, that's not happening.
Pray for Brother Dream. He is stuck out in the snow.
Pray for Brother Dream. He is stuck out in the snow. No, he would not.
Let's come together for Brother Dream.
I'm not saying it, but Dr. Umar would not call him Dream. He would full name that man. He would full name the hell out of him.
Claytarvius.
Claytarvius?
Claytarvius.
And you know you dead wrong.
Claytavius.
No,
oh my goodness, Claytavius.
Claytavius.
Actually, I can't ban messages in chat.
I
can
see him now.
You gotta do it.
I can see him now.
Girl, he went silent. What else will he go silent for? Don't piss me off. We just spent this entire stream talking about George not found and his idiocies, and you gonna come in here and tell me you don't think. Sorry. Claytavius, the Quan Smith.
Daquan Smith.
What? What?
Okay,
guys, I'm relapsing. I'm retweeting DNF fan art, guys. Guys.
Oh my
Guys.
god, I just joined.
I told y'all what y'all had to do, and no one's listening.
What we got? What we gotta do?
I told y'all have to demod me, and then the broadcaster has to do it.
And
I gave a whole screenshot.
Oh, that your mic is so bad right now. I'm scared.
That's very funny. Also, I think I could hold on. Also, I think it's fine.
It's whatever.
It's fine.
I'm going crazy.
My cerebellum is not
Helen
that
of
clear.
Troy. I don't know how
does
to
it feel
mute
being
Helen of Troy.
the sapnap of what are your thoughts?
I'm dark woke sapnap, and I'm okay with that. I've embraced that because I'm not against sapnap. Technically, as an existence.
I'm not putting
Just
the retweet button down. I'm going to keep retweeting the DNF fan art. God
Put
damn
the
it, it's all I
retweet
have
button
up.
down.
What?
It's gonna be sad when Dream has to go to the
what should
military.
Sapnap have done?
What are you
What?
talking about?
Huh?
He's autistic. He's not
In
going
my
to the
opinion,
military.
from the perception, if sapnap was dark woke, okay? If sapnap was dark
Be
woke,
careful now.
what sapnap would do is this. He would chicken George so hard, being like, "Oh, you're so scared of being gay. I'm not. I'm never afraid." He would out chicken George so hard. He'd be like, "Oh, why would you be afraid?" Like he would force him to be like, "Oh, you're a freaking loser if you can't even handle like doing
No,
shit."
if Sapnap was really dark woke and it's gotten to this point, he would pull a gun on George.
Yes, to this point, I'm saying, listen, no, what I'm describing is what I would have done from the beginning. As soon as I had clocked, because I'm dark woke sapnap, let's remember, I clocked. I'm like, oh, I've clocked. I'm locked in. If I'm clocked and locked in, this is where I would have started at the very beginning, like in its infancy. I would be like, boom,
did pull
like
a gun on
immediately.
George. No, like he no.
But if it had gotten to this point, yes, I would. It would either be one of those like movie situations where I'm locking y'all in a place and y'all have nothing to rely on but each other in this wilderness situation, or I'm pulling a gun.
It's
like
for it's for the greater good.
I'm pulling a gun.
And it's mind you, it's not a loaded gun at all. It's not loaded. Sapnap wouldn't load it.
It's a prop gun.
It's a prop gun.
It's a BB gun.
It's
a gun that he owns.
And he's like, "Tell me you love George. Tell me you love Dream. Tell me you love him." And then he pulls the trigger anyways, and then it comes out and it's like, haha, you're gay. It's like it's one of those guns that like has a message on it.
I'm ensuring. I'm ensuring.
It pops out. It's like happy coming out party, and everyone comes out.
No, we all know what the flag would say.
It would say that. I can't say that on Twitch though.
In this situation, you know what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
I'm making sure you bitches are on that fucking plane with that teenage fucking soccer team
Oh, never
from
mind. I
fucking
can. Okay.
the cannibalism
Helen
show
of
and
Troy.
having you bitches dropped into the fucking wilderness.
I'm locking.
Five of the teenage
You know
lesbians.
how George's bathroom locks from the. I'm gonna be like, yeah, Dream. There's a leak in his bathroom. While I know George is in there, I'm locking that hoe.
You have them locked in on the Helen of Troy.
Yes, it's banned. It's banned. It's like
Okay.
Yeah, I did
I'm
it.
dead ass locking you. I'm locking both of you in the bathroom, and y'all.
I think. Wait,
I
this is
see it.
my
I
chat.
see it. I see it.
Okay,
I
your chat. Cool.
you did it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Congratulations.
I went to a different tab, so I didn't see. I did it.
Like
I
I'm
did a chat.
like those
Okay.
fanfics that nobody
Oh.
can get out until the fuck like no, it's like I'm dead. If I'm Sapnap, I'm like it's like oh Dream, you want content? Yeah, I'm not making content until y'all kiss. George, you want me to do anything for? I'm not doing anything until y'all kiss. Yeah, nah.
Locking them in a room
You want me
together
to-
and only giving them the key if they if I can hear certain sounds that indicate things.
Mr.
I
Beast
will have a
locked them
camera in
in
there as
Antarctica.
Snapnap.
Mr. Beast locked them in Antarctica, but okay, but that was Mr. Beast being evil. That was evil, Mr. Beast.
He could never
Malvika
do it
Yuri
the
on
right
my
Oh my
way.
goodness,
timeline.
y'all!
Oh my
I
god.
just thought of the video Dream took in Antarctica.
I
of
mentioned that
George.
earlier because that's
So-
stuck in my head forever. Oh.
I don't need this right now. I don't need
Why
this
is he
right now.
built like that?
Shush.
I have a headache. I
Shush.
have a headache.
Shush.
Moment of
Why
silence.
is he built like that?
Shush! Silence, peasants!
Peasant, watch
My
yourself.
birthday is literally my birthday. You can't talk to me like that.
Happy birthday!
That just made me want to
Hey,
talk to you
guys,
like that
watch-
more.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I don't know what you're not sharing anything on your streams. I don't know what
I'm not. I just need a moment of silence, and also it's just like I don't know, Rui. I just don't know. I just need a moment of silence, and you're not giving it to me, please.
You know,
No one was giving it
DNF.
to you. It wasn't just me.
Yeah, but like, it's like I expect
Why are you
that.
targeting me?
It's like I expect that from you.
Yeah, so why
Here's
are you
the
mad
thing.
at me?
I expect that from.
Y'all.
I expect that from you. I expect more from my cousin, my blood, my family.
Oh my god. You simultaneously expect that from me, but expect more from. Okay, whatever.
No, I meant I
Yes.
expect that from them. I misspoke.
Oh. Yes, Micah.
DNF
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I don't want to play this.
would work
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
if
Mm-hmm.
George had to go back to England
Okay,
Oh my
but
god.
it wouldn't work. It would.
for
It would,
wait. Let me finish. Let me
Mhm.
finish.
Okay.
5 years minimum.
5
Separated.
years
No, hear me
separated.
Hear me out.
No, I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you
No,
off
hear
because it
me
wouldn't
out.
work. It
Hear
would just
me out.
trap them in a
Hear me
cycle. It
out.
would become a loop.
Just think. Think of the unsatisfaction. Like the dissatisfaction.
No, yeah, I'm thinking about it, and it just traps them in the loop. You see, that will work with
Okay, 2
you,
years.
but you're better than George.
What about 2 years?
No, still not gonna work. Dream would lose it. Exactly. Dream would. He'd be like, you remember that pact? Yeah, you don't have to anymore, but I am.
He wouldn't even say remember that pact. He'd send him a walk into his office and
No, he would.
Bro,
No, he would. No, he. What are you talking about? He would
I'm sorry.
100% say goodbye to George. The fuck?
no, he wouldn't say remember the pact.
Why
He'd
are
say
we
goodbye out of
contemplating
context
that?
and then send him a walk into his office.
I was trying to
There's
keep it
a-
fun
there's
and
a-
whimsy.
there's a-
Return the urine, but tenfold.
Question mark, pardon? I'm sorry,
There's
guys.
a
Never mind.
fanfic where they spend 5 months
wasn't
away,
real.
but George
Never
is
mind.
pregnant. Actually,
George is
if George
pregnant.
could get pregnant, that would help.
That would.
Alas.
That's why I suck at this.
Can I say? Actually,
mean,
I'm not gonna say
to be
that.
fair,
Maybe it's
they
a bit too
haven't
much to
tried,
say even
so they
on.
could at least try. Maybe
To
if they
get
made
George
a
pregnant?
solid attempt.
You
To
know
get
what?
George pregnant?
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
Are we?
Listen.
Are we okay? Are y'all okay?
I think it would work.
You're just saying shit.
Yeah, y'all are just saying
I
shit
think it would
now.
work. if
No,
they
y'all
tried
need to
hard
shut
enough.
the fuck up.
Dream impregnate that twink.
You know, we're still live. We're
Lucy,
still
Stop.
you can't
live.
tell
We
me.
s-
We're still
we're
If
still
alive.
anyone could
alive.
do it, Dream could do it.
No, if anyone could do it,
Dream could
Ren
do it.
could do it.
That's me.
If only Dream could be.
Actually, here's the thing.
Same thing, anyways.
My top 3 people most capable of getting George not found pregnant. Ren is at number 1.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
George,
Number 1, baby.
Dream is at number 2. That barber
That's
is
the
at number
same
3.
thing. You say
That
That
barb,
Italian
that
barber.
Italian
Dream, someone
barber.
says tomato, and the person says tomato.
No. Here's the
Like-
thing. Here's the thing. It is the same thing, but I know Ren has that little twist with the hips that Dream doesn't have. I know.
Good God.
What can I say?
Lord.
that little twist with the hips that
Oh my God, that's funny.
we're not following you.
Cut
You're
off.
not gonna take
You
my
lost
Golo
speaking
award.
privileges.
No.
I'm not a Golo. You don't get it.
Exactly.
I'm a Drolo. And that's why I want to impregnate George. It's because I'm such a Drolo.
No, exactly.
I am so dream coded,
Oh.
and I love Dream so much that because of that, I am in love with George Not
Oh my, I
Found.
suck.
I'd impregnate that
I'm
twin.
sucking at every game. This is horrible.
Lucy.
What? Please, I'm trying to win.
And as a person that hates George and is George
Dark book
coded,
sapnap poking holes in the DNF condoms. You could have said that out loud.
I was trying to figure out whether I could say that out loud or not.
oh my
I mean, we're
God,
already off the
wait.
rails.
Sapnap poking holes in
No.
the DNF condom.
Okay.
This is
Something
getting
I
a
think
lot.
something
This is getting
is
too
very in
lot.
the
Chat, y'all have to
universe
stop.
needs to be said.
We need to end stream.
We do need to end
probably.
the stream. You know what,
Wait.
chat?
We're
I
getting
need this
silly.
parallel.
We're getting
No,
silly.
no,
This sums
shut
up.
Okay, go.
We're getting
This
too
sums it
silly.
up so well.
I missed George's part.
Ren loves Dream.
Mm-hmm.
I hate George. We're Dream and George coded. Let that sink in.
George has self-loathing? Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Damn.
okay, here's the thing. I low-key disagree with you. I high-key disagree with you. He only dates people that look like him. Like,
No, he thinks he thinks that he's hot, but like also the internal homophobia is making him resent himself a little bit.
Exactly. You can
Also,
be
But he
self-loathing
thinks
and
he's
still wanna
sexy.
fuck yourself.
He looks in the
Also,
mirror and he's like,
sweetheart,
damn.
baby, you just hate men.
That is
I
true.
do.
You
I
are
don't hate
misandry.
Dream. I do not hate Dream.
Oh, that's
Dream isn't a man.
I know.
Dream is an egg, so
He thinks he is though.
No, I don't even think he knows. I don't even think he thinks that.
Fair enough.
the non-binaryisms of Dream is taken.
I don't hate all
Hating
men.
man and hating
Well-
Dream are not the same thing. You
You're
can do both.
First, you're like when you see any man out of any context, anyone talks about any man in your presence, your first instinct is to hate him without even knowing anything about him. Like
That's
I don't
valid.
blame
you
my
are
friend for
crying
that.
misandrist, and
I
that's
don't
okay.
blame my
but
friend
you
for that.
own
Because I
that.
do the same thing.
Dream's a she-they queen.
Not
for real.
No,
every man
right.
that's mentioned.
See, no, for me it is every man.
It actually,
If Dream was a cult leader, how many people would people think in cult?
Yeah, you got it, Rui.
He would not be a good cult leader, so not that many.
Dream would suck as a cult
Ren
leader.
would be
He's too
such a
active
great
in that.
cult
You
leader.
forget his cult
I would be a
exists.
very
And
good
these
cult
are
leader
like
for
the
that.
slight differences between Ren and Dream. Like these
Because like the difference
Ren
is
is a cult
Dream
leader.
is a
What are you guys
cult of
talking about?
personality in a sense that he has a very magnetic personality. But if he were to like try to get his like the what gather around him to do anything, he would fail.
No,
Case in point, him failing to do a lot of shit with his community that he has now. He wouldn't be a good cult leader. He feels too bad about like controlling people.
No, exactly.
This is what I'll say, okay? If we're gonna, the only type of cult Dream could do is the ancient Greek term of cult. Like, when talking about cult within, like, antiquity. Dream, that, yes. Ren, however, modern cult and ancient cult.
Of course.
Right, I'm writing a
would be
fanfic
head of
about
the
it, and I
cult.
also
Ren,
and also thought it would be somewhat small. It would be small. You're right.
It has to be small.
It has to be small.
It has to be small,
mean,
and it
Dream
has to be
Team-
Dream like buying into it fully, and not him controlling people.
Dream
It has to be him being like,
now.
I saw the light, and I'm going to try and guide you towards it, which is what he did with Consecration with Dream Team. So it needs to be like that energy of like,
And
I
if he
saw the
had that
promise, and I
energy-
saw the light. Like,
If Dream
follow
had that
me.
energy, he could do it. He could do it with that energy. If he was fully
Mhm.
bought into
Man.
it.
The
In the
most
cult, he
I'm
is the god.
hungry, bro.
the most cult Dream could do is that one thing where it's like, and it's just two dumb bitches saying exactly.
No, exactly.
It is just
So,
two dumb bitches
Here's my
saying
thing.
exactly to his idea of a cult, and those two dumb bitches.
He's gathering people to worship him,
Oh.
to worship himself, or
No,
workshop
it would not. They
himself.
would not be worshiping Dream. For the record, they would be worshiping a higher entity. Okay, wait.
Yeah,
I think
Dream.
Dream could have religious psychosis through DNF. I think that could
Okay,
happen.
no, we need to.
Oh,
Y'all
we need to
keep.
end
No,
stream.
y'all need stop dragging
no,
it back to DNF.
if we're workshopping this fanfic idea, Amaichi,
No.
I really don't think that Dream would want a cult that worships him as
Yeah,
a person.
he would not.
No, it would be a higher power that he thought he came in contact with, and he thought
They
like
would
saved
worship
his
George.
life or
They would
something.
worship George. Now that you just cooked.
That would be
a fic.
spicy.
Oh,
Run it.
wait.
Run
Kind
it.
of lick the plate.
Run
It's a
it.
family fic. He's literally a god. Yeah, I think even God Dream wouldn't want people to worship him. Like,
Yeah,
in a cult way.
I think.
like at the very most, if they must worship him, it wouldn't be in a cult way. It would be in that you literally die if you don't, and I care about you too much to let you die. So please,
and even then,
it'd be like him begging on his knees.
even then, I feel like Dream would be like would like his requirements for worship would be like very small things. It would be like
It'd be very
play
small,
Minecraft
and he would feel the need to do a lot to earn that worship.
Wait, sorry guys. I'm thinking of this one Tumblr post about this god, and it was like
He's
this piece of writing that they did, and it was so good, and it was so sad. And I'm not.
No one worships him. He's gonna die. Well,
No,
he's
it
gonna work his
wasn't-
ass off to
Well,
earn.
he's
to
gonna earn it.
The worshippers.
exactly. He
I
wouldn't want a
think
cult. He wouldn't
that
be
is the angle
satisfied
with
with a
Dream.
cult.
No,
He'd be so dissatisfied with that.
because Dream, as we know him, already hates blind idolatry, like idolatry. Like,
Exactly.
he does not like the Twitter community as it has been for like a couple years now, where they just they criticize him or give him any suggestion or whatever.
Only a couple
That's why he goes to
years.
Reddit.
And that's why I'm the favorite.
Well,
Well, yeah.
Which, anyways,
so yeah, so like if
That.
or you could do like a reluctant thing where like a cult forms around him just like by existing or
This
whatever
bitch
the
is
fuck,
trying
and
to-
he doesn't
this
like
bitch
it,
is
but like
trying me.
he's like wrestling
this
with
bitch is trying me.
his guilt
This
of
bitch,
like being
no.
worshipped.
This nigga trying me. Hold on. Shut up about fucking Dream. This nigga trying me. Hold on, bitch.
He's a god of nature, so he just tries to make people worship nature itself.
No. Shut up about Dream. Yeah,
You got it,
bitch.
Lucy.
Yeah,
You
I
got
won. Yeah. Okay,
Oh
y'all
my
can continue.
gosh.
Sure, I'm sorry.
That was over a video game.
Yes, it was very serious.
No, it was.
Like,
it was
you know
serious.
you know
I
who
was
we are.
watching. It was serious.
I do.
Like,
You've been in
And
call with
hey,
Lucy
I
before.
respect it.
can I say
respect
something about
it.
what's happening on Smile Twitter behind everyone's back? Of course, this is a safe space. And I am going to I'm going to end soon, probably after this game. So get your last little questions and I'll get that out. Can
Yeah, we
MB
got jobs.
Can MB Dream save DNF or does it have to be Femme DNF?
NB Dream can save me.
Okay.
Could MB Dream save the?
Bro's thinking with her dick right now. That's crazy.
I'm trying to
Hey.
think if it could. Like genuinely,
I
I
don't.
don't
say
know. I don't think
She don't
so.
wanna be saved.
If the thesis is that George was freaked out by Dream's manness, if Dream is no longer a
Okay,
man but something
but
else
here's the
entirely,
thing,
it could go back.
But it's
to,
also
like,
because it will be a queer relationship, and it would be a queer relationship once
Yeah,
again.
it's not just the man factor.
Because
it's the
here's the
queerness
thing.
of it.
Here's the
Which
thing.
is
I mean,
why.
even if then it's doomed forever. Because
No.
trans Dream would also be a queer.
No, it
relationship.
wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. In Georgia's head,
Listen,
and it wouldn't be for Dream either.
Georgia would justify it.
It wouldn't be for Dream
Rin,
either because the way
Rin, hear
I'm
me out.
trans femme, I say every relationship I am is going to be queer. The way Dream would be trans femme, I feel like he would be fine with calling DNF a straight relationship.
Also,
It can
here's
be
my
straight
thing.
and queer. Like queer
Dream
and gender
needs to
way.
go on estrogen. Dream needs to go on estrogen. That's what that needs to
Oh my
happen.
god, bro.
Or
Man.
he needs to grow his hair out. Like he needs to have long hair.
Hun,
What?
hear me out.
I have all
Yeah.
this story about how Dream is called Dream because he was an actual dream guy I had. Oh, that's interesting.
Cool.
That's cool.
That's cool.
Okay.
If
Anyways.
Dream becomes Envy, if we locked in hard enough, technically,
We could get her.
we could.
I'm moving.
She could become our third.
Hear me out.
Any,
Hear me
Oh
out.
my God.
anyways,
Freaks.
any,
Freakazoids.
anyways, goodbye. I removed both of them from the premises. Anyways,
What the fuck?
anywho,
Thank God. Oh, they're back.
they are back, but I had to
What
remove
the
them from
fuck
a
is wrong with
premises
you?
for a bit. That's y'all got kicked. That show did because
Y'all,
because
you hate
because
fun and whimsy.
no, I don't hate fun and whimsy because first of all, we're on stream, so I can't say that. Second of all, we're on stream, so I can't say that either. Third of all, you disrespectful
No.
little bitches,
And you
because
know why it's
y'all knew the
disrespectful?
first 2 points what they were gonna be already. I don't even have to say them, and y'all know why y'all disrespectful.
Also, you know the other thing that's disrespectful about it, because I know it's not the same thing Lucy's bringing up. You know what else about this is disrespectful?
Oh no.
It
Here we go.
disrespects me. I
Oh
have
my
been
god.
putting in the work day in and day
Okay, but you're
night
not a
to
switch.
do the fuck.
Your application
You're not a
it got lost
switch.
in the mail.
Also, you're not a switch.
You're not a switch,
Because-
and you
That
are
is
good.
true.
because it's
And you're a stone top.
It's top. Okay, it's top.
Yes.
It's top bottom, but then for the poly to work, it always has to be a switch. Like there has to be a switch, or they either all have to be switches, or it's like top bottom then switch. Like you can't have two.
Yeah, that is an issue.
Wait, y'all think George is dating Tony? What?
George's LGBT flag. You've
You know
been
what?
saying
Anyways,
shit that's dumb, and that's the dumbest of all.
you know
for the
what?
record.
I'm in this stream after that one. Chat. This has been a good one. This has been a bad one. This has been a
How
tough
dare
one.
you? How dare you?
It's been a stream.
As I always say, I cannot love you. I do appreciate all of the support. There was a lot of follows and a lot of bits this stream.
TNF is real. Stop it.
Just kidding.
Who's the problem in
Wait,
TNF? Joy
wait,
the
Lucy.
name. Watch the VOD.
Anyway. Wait. Hold on. I'm not gonna ban you. No, this ain't. Anyways, I do shit. Dream not nap. You should. Anyways, I do not love you. I don't appreciate you. I fucking hate all of you.
Whoa!
I'm joking. I appreciate all of you. Like I said.
She's not.
Goodbye. This has been a good one. This has been a woozy. I can't do this. We're never
We will
doing this
never
again.
do this ever.
We will
again.
never do this again.
I'm lightheaded and I'm exhausted.
Listen. Here's the thing.
You're deleting this, right?
I'm not
been
deleting
2.5
this VOD.
hours.
She can't
Goodbye.
delete it. This needs to stay up. So whenever people ask about DNF, we can
Everyone say
delete it.
bye. Bye.
Bye.